This way.
From strange monkeys and Californian coast mermaid, and from bears who love dancing, to a woman who was found on the road stabbing herself, here are the most disturbing encounters caught on cameras. A strange monkey. Riding through the peaceful forest, a lone biker suddenly comes across a strange and mysterious creature. As a cyclist gets closer to a narrow trail surrounded by tall walls, a weird and otherworldly being jumps down from the wall and almost crashes into the biker. Surprised, the cyclist stops to look for the creature, but it has disappeared without a trace. Because of its strange look and incredible speed, it's hard to figure out exactly what this creature could be. Californian coast mermaid. In the video, we can see the mermaid swaying its tail in an impressive way. The tail movement confirms that it's a real mermaid, and not a person wearing a mermaid tail, as no one can shake a fake tail that skillfully. The video is a bit blurry, but I believe it's genuine, and not some edited nonsense people post on social media. There's plenty of evidence supporting the existence of this species, and I genuinely think they exist, but we humans still need to uncover their
strange, skinny creature. This man managed to capture a unique species of creature on camera. He heard weird noises outside his house one night, so he decided to check into the bush that surrounds it with his torch and camera. What he saw shocked him, and definitely is going to shock you too. The man is spooked by an odd alien thing, as you can see in the video. The alien then turns around and appears to vanish into the undergrowth, never to be seen again. What do you guys think? This video is undoubtedly incredibly upsetting, and it appears to be a very clear sighting of an extraterrestrial. Disappearance. This unsettling video was captured by CCTV in the back of an apartment block. We came across this one by accident, and we're curious about what you guys would think about it. Two pals are walking while the video is playing. One of them mysteriously vanishes. As we replay it, it appears as though he was swept into thin air by a beam of light. Initially, we thought it was strange, but the way his friend flees nearly makes it seem sincere. Just let us know your thoughts on this video, if you have any. Another spooky video that was recorded recently is based on the disappearance of a human. A year ago, the clip appeared to be taking place in an industrial area or a junkyard. In the video, a spectral apparition can be seen floating from your screen's left side. The dogs can be seen getting up from their bed or another pile and approaching the area to investigate. The floating item is the target of their barking and wailing. But what exactly is this? The dogs are undoubtedly startled by the floating entity, and the end of the clip is even creepier as our footage zooms in so we can have a better look. Mysterious alien. Exploring a haunted forest to find something strange in the middle of the night, the adventure of this young explorer turned into his biggest nightmare after his flashlight showed him a second person that was keeping an eye on him while hiding behind one of the trees. Although the creature appeared just for a few seconds, it left everyone puzzled as people are still trying to identify it. Obviously, its pale figure was a shapeless head placed on a long neck that didn't match the Bigfoot's features, and it also had thin, long limbs. So, could it be any mysterious alien from another planet? What are your views about it? Giant hairy beast. A few years back, a trail camera footage shocked its owner after it captured a glimpse of an unknown, huge, hairy animal passing right in front of the camera. As for him, it was a precious photo of a young Bigfoot, so we installed another trail cam to get some more convincing clues. And here it was. Emerging from the dark background was a huge, hairy beast that came out of the woods and passed right in front of the camera. Although it was just a glimpse, the large hairy monster could be clearly seen walking on two legs, which is enough to accept it as an alleged Bigfoot sighting. However, there are still some people who totally reject the clip and photo, real or fake. What do you guys say about it? This could be dubbed the most gruesome picture on the internet today, as it shows a horrific monster looking directly into the camera. Without any proper information about the origin of the footage, the creature has created a panic among netizens since it was shared online. Considering the enormous number of Bigfoot sightings, it's likely the mythical creature does exist and lurks in the woods. And this terrifying gaze of this huge black figure makes me feel that it was actually looking at me. Although the Bigfoot fans are excited to see this terrifying stare, some non-believers are still trying to know to whom exactly this eye belonged to. If any one of you has any idea about this mysterious peeking brute, please let us know by commenting below. Unknown Raider. Not only bears, but sometimes there are other unknown creatures who like to investigate the trail cam. Recently, a video posted on the internet shows something really strange. Coming into the view is a creepy face with a very defined nose and uneven hairy growths. And then, after making a mysterious appearance, the unknown figure moved back and detached the camera from the tree and dragged it all over the ground. Even after watching the video again, I'm not sure who was behind all of this. Can any one of you explain?
Speedy turtle. For a long time, we have all thought that turtles and tortoises were contenders for the slowest creatures on Earth. Remember all those stories about the tortoise and the hare? Well, it turns out that not only are turtles slow and steady, but they have also learned how to be super fast. Not only is this turtle fast, we think this one could easily win the title for the fastest turtle on Earth. This man found this huge turtle on his way back from work. He wasn't really sure what it was doing out of the water. So when he got closer to it, he found out that this creature was way faster than it looks. This quick turtle made a sudden dash for a nearby pond and was never seen again. The elephant who didn't die. Welcome to the jungle, where crazy things happen on a daily basis. This elephant was shot straight in the head and was bleeding out of the wound, yet it remained standing. In fact, this huge animal approached some nearby humans in a very cautious manner and showed them the bullet in his skull because, obviously, elephants don't know how to treat bullet wounds. This elephant survived being shot in the head, likely by a poacher. Rescuers estimate he walked around for weeks in Zimbabwe with a gunshot wound until he was rescued. The doctors got to work immediately. The elephant was set up for an emergency surgery, and they did all they could to remove the bullet from the skull and treat the wound for an infection. Hopefully, the elephant is somewhere out in the wild today and doing good. Walking fish. Around 2016, this amazing clip was posted online, and it caused quite a shock all over the world. Everyone was absolutely amazed to see these fish walking on land like they belonged there.
Oh, shit.
We have no idea how they ended up on land, and we don't know how they were able to actually walk themselves back into the water safely. If this continues like this, it can't be too far off when a day will come when these fishes will rule the land, and then we humans will have nowhere to go. We're just joking, of course, but this is a weird phenomenon that should be properly investigated, and the reason for this strange behavior should be publicized to the whole world. Fish with human face. This woman captured footage of a fish in China, and its creepy head will make you do a double take. There are over 33,000 species of fish that were discovered so far, and experts believe there are plenty of other fishes in the sea that we have not discovered. The latest of these is a human-faced fish in one clip that went viral in November of 2019. People were absolutely weirded out by its existence. Some claimed it was a carpet with a human-like face. This video is absolutely not fake, but it might be possible that this is just a carp. The camera angle and its scales made it appear like it was a human face. What a weird world this is. Snail eating a carrot. Before we continue, let's agree on one thing. Snails are pretty weird and slimy creatures. Usually they prefer to have fresh leaf stems and things like that for their lunch and dinner. But it seems these days they have started to love bigger vegetables. For example, look at this African giant snail munching on this yummy carrot. It just refused to let go of the thing. Looking at it like this, the snail looks more like a hamster rather than a snail eating a carrot. Is it weird that we find this kind of cute? A walking octopus. This clip shows an octopus not swimming like its usual self, or hiding like it had mastered the art. This one is different, as it is captured walking on the land. Or will he even call this walking? Well, whatever this octopus is doing, it's pretty creepy. I'm glad they live underwater, or I won't be able to handle this every other day. What do you guys think? A brave turtle. The video shows a lion and a lioness drinking from a water source, probably a river or a pond. As they drink, a little turtle approaches them, seemingly trying to chase them away from the water. In its attempt to shoo the big creatures away from his pond, the turtle even gets so close to the lion's mouth, maybe trying to bite its tongue. The lion gets a little offended, I guess, but there's not much it can do with the turtle, as this thing is neither a threat nor a prey. So the lion doesn't even know what to do with this annoying little thing. After many attempts, the turtle eventually succeeds in stopping the lion from drinking water from his home. An intrigued baby elephant. A recent video clip captured a heartwarming scene of a baby elephant playing with birds on a dirt road in Africa. The curious young elephant noticed the birds flying and became intrigued. It attempted to reach for them with its trunk, trumpeting softly in excitement. The birds, in turn, didn't seem to be afraid of the baby elephant and flew down to the road, landing nearby. What we see here is a charming display of these beautiful relations between the wild animals. Lion versus fly. A video clip recently emerged showing a lion in Africa struggling with a persistent fly. The lion is lying in the grass, seemingly at peace, when a fly starts to buzz around its face. It tries to wave the fly away with its paw, but the fly keeps coming back. Not knowing how to get rid of the weird thing, it becomes frustrating. Still, to no use of course, the fly is undeterred and continues to annoy the lion. The clip is a humorous portrayal of the lion's struggles with a pesky fly and highlights the unexpected challenges that even the strongest predators can face in the wild. A surfing heron. A recent video captured an unusual scene of a heron surfing on the back of a hippopotamus in a body of water. The heron appears to be standing on the surface of the water, but is actually riding on the back of the hippo. The hippo seems unfazed by the bird's presence, and both animals appear to be having a relaxed time together. The scene is a rare and entertaining example of different species interacting in the wild. A swimming scallop. A recent video has captured the amazing swimming abilities of scallops. The clip shows the scallops propelling themselves through the water using their powerful muscle contractions. It's a surprising sight, as scallops are typically known as sedentary creatures. However, scallop swimming is actually a crucial anti-predation strategy. They have many predators in the ocean, including crabs and starfish, who prey upon them. By swimming, they're able to quickly escape these attacks and increase their chances of survival. This type of swimming is of clear survival value and highlights the remarkable adaptations of these creatures to their underwater environment.
Creepy humanoid. You will definitely have nightmares after seeing this video. A clip of a strange and unsettling person has been uploaded online. Could this be the fabled cryptid known as La Mona? The video was obtained from a home security camera in Costa Rica. According to legend, La Mona is a witch who hunts victims at night while walking on all fours. She casts charms and scratches everybody she comes into contact with, bringing about eternal misery. The unidentified creature caught on camera crawled across the road on all fours, with its legs twisted like a crab. Even the neighborhood dogs are barking, as though the person is a menace, since it is so eerie and ominous. Although the figure draws nearer to the camera, it is still unclear. As for what it is, some have even said that it is simply a mutated dog, but other critics have more sinister theories. While some have speculated that this is an alien, others are adamant that it is a ghoul. A ghoul is essentially a hideous humanoid or demon-like creature that has its roots in the pre-Islamic Arabian religion. The term ghoul is typically used in contemporary fiction to refer to a specific type of undead humanoid creature that eats human flesh. Sounds pretty awful, no? But let's not forget that such creatures do exist, and the advanced technology has made it even easier to catch evidence about such creepy, scary, and freaky creatures.
A peace-loving animal. A bunch of tourists were out in the woods minding their own business when they stumbled upon a massive orangutan. Now let's face it, most of us would freak out at the sight of a wild ape. But this one was a real chill dude. It just sat there taking in the scenery before giving some major side-eye to the group. Then, like a true model, it picked out one lucky tourist and followed them around for a bit, striking a pose like it was on the cover of National Geographic. Who knew orangutans had such an eye for fashion? Ninja rats. This trail cam entry stars these ninja rats. They're small rodents that can be found in the desert, hopping around like kangaroos. But don't underestimate them just because of their size. When they're out searching for food, snakes might come after them, thinking they're an easy meal. But these ninja rats are ready to fight back. With their big legs and lightning-fast reflexes, they can easily kick a snake out of the way. So snakes better watch out because these little guys are not to be messed with. An unusual relationship. Check out this unexpected duo strolling together in the woods. A lion and a deer. Can you believe it? This trail cam footage is a rare and heartwarming sight, as lions are known to be the kings of the jungle and the ultimate predator. But here we see a deer following a lion without any fear, as if they're longtime pals or something. Who knows what really goes on in the animal kingdom? But one thing's for sure, this video is sure to make your day a little brighter and bring a smile to your face. A kangaroo visit. This footage shows the eerie sight of the kangaroo staring blankly at the owner as it repeatedly hits the door, sending shivers down the spine of viewers. The incident left many wondering what could have provoked the normally docile creature to behave in such a creepy manner. Was it a mere curiosity or something more sinister at play? Some even said that it could be the famous skinwalker. A hard-working bear. Have you seen this video of a Canadian black bear working so hard? He was on a mission to get his paws on a tasty beaver that was hanging out of his reach. With some serious climbing skills, the bear scales the tree and even dangles from a rope trying to snag his snack. Although he didn't quite make it, he still puts on an impressive show of the skills he has got. You gotta hand it to the little guy for giving it his all, even if he did end up falling on his behind. A hilltop creature. Get ready to be spooked, because this next video shows a mysterious creature that was spotted on Hilltop in British Columbia. A couple who were hiking on a logging road saw something moving while taking pictures of the beautiful scenery. Upon zooming in, they captured a creature that resembled a hairy ape-like figure, walking around and swinging its arms. What could this creature be? Is Bigfoot finally revealing itself? The footage will leave you with more questions than answers. A cuddly moray eel. Eels are usually feared as sea monsters or creepy creatures. Well, that's not wrong. They really do look very creepy. It would be dangerous too if you ever come across one. In that instance, staying as far away as possible would be better. However, the scary-looking moray eel this diver came across was definitely eager for the cuddles and snuggles. It definitely did not mind the humans scratching and patting it. Normally, a moray eel would either run away or fight back, but this eel didn't do any of that. From the looks of it, it looks more like an ocean dog than a scary, creepy monster of the sea. No seagull for dinner. Luckily for this undead bird, it managed to come back to life after meeting death face to face. Coming back to life after facing death might seem impossible for us humans, but it is something that is very possible if we think about the case of this seagull. Some folks were trying to feed this tuna fish, when this jerk of a seagull thought it could just snatch it away like it was his birthright. It ended up getting swallowed by the fish. Luckily for the bird, it seems like the fish was in no mood for seagull snacks today. It decided to throw the seagull out. To be honest, seagulls kind of deserve this kind of treatment, don't you think? At least this one gets to live to steal another day. Wolffish. This voracious predator with a large head, powerful jaws, and large canine teeth is not something you will ever want to mess with. They look like something straight out of a scary ocean movie. Who said monsters don't exist? If you're wondering just how sharp their teeth are, this clip where it bites a crab will show you exactly how sharp they are. These crazy fish are super deadly and are ready to bite almost anything they come into contact with. Turtle with exposed heart. Lastly, we have this tiny turtle that was born with an exposed heart. The experts said it wouldn't live long, but the owner knew he had to do everything he could to save its life. The heart can actually be seen beating from under the turtle. This condition made her more vulnerable and sensitive. It was 3 inches wide when the guy got it, and now she's getting bigger and healthier with time. This is all thanks to her caring dad's efforts and endless devotion. A tiny turtle named Hope has become a social media influencer. She has over 235,000 followers on Instagram. The albino pink-bellied turtle was born with a rare condition that doesn't even have a name. Hope's heart is located outside her shell, exposed. Her heart is visible through a small hole in her stomach and can be seen beating as she moves around her tank. Fortunately, it has not impacted the turtle's health. Hope's owner, Michael Aquilina, told In the Know that his pet is healthy. Aquilina, 31, makes sure to regularly update his large Instagram following on Hope's health. His Instagram page, AquaMike23, contains many photos showcasing Hope and her extraordinary condition. Aquilina told Cater's News that Hope has offered him a great deal of emotional support for the turtle since she came into his life in late 2018. Aquilina had wanted Hope to inspire others too, and the turtle has indeed lived up to her name as she grew into a healthy adult despite her condition. A trail cam thief. So there's this coyote just strolling through the woods when it spots a trail camera nearby. Well, it seems like the camera caught its attention because it kept coming back trying to snatch it. After a few tries, it actually succeeded and bolted away with the camera as fast and as far as it could. The camera had quite an adventure with the coyote, getting all battered and scratched until its rightful owner found it. A snake. Alright, so in this video, we've got this guy who decides to take a picture in the woods. He sets up the camera and steps back to get the perfect shot. Little did he know, while he's crouching down for the pic, a sneaky snake drops down from above and scares the living daylights out of him. In a panic, he chucks the snake away and runs for his dear life. A bear on rope. A cool video of a big black bear in Canada was captured by the Garrett Bros Outfitting YouTube channel back in 2013. The bear was determined to reach a hanging beaver that was out of its grasp. So it showed off its strength and athletic skills by climbing a tree and hanging from a rope. Despite its best efforts, the bear couldn't reach the beaver and ended up falling down. It gave up on its meal in the end. A trespassing bear. In this funny incident, a bear trespassed onto someone's property at night and tried to snack on some chickens. It attempted to break into the chicken coop, but got startled by a strange voice and decided to run away as fast as possible. Turns out, the owner, Haley, woke up in the middle of the night and shouted at the bear from a window to scare it off. Witch in a graveyard. While exploring a graveyard in Hungary, a guy who was researching ghosts and unusual artifacts came across a spooky encounter. He stumbled upon necklaces made from human teeth and an abandoned graveyard. To his surprise, he discovered a goth-looking woman, possibly a witch, hiding in the area. Instead of running away, he shouted at her, causing her to gather her things and flee. The guy tried to chase after her into the forest, but suddenly fell to the ground as if something was holding his feet down. A cult. This next video is seriously eerie. So imagine a car driving along a dark road at night, right? Suddenly, out of nowhere, a bunch of guys dressed like, guess who? Charlie Chaplin. Yeah, I know, weird, right? Anyway, what's even creepier is when they all stop to peek into the car, and then there's this mysterious light in the background. Oh, and there's this one guy wearing a mask too. Two babies. So there's this cute bear cub named Boog, and guess what he finds in his living room? A baby deer is just chilling there. At first, Boog is kinda careful, slowly approaching the little deer. But the deer is like, nah, I'm not interested, and ignores Boog's attempts to be buddies. But you know what? Boog doesn't give up. He's patient and keeps trying until he finally wins her over. And then they have this adorable little encounter. Who says animals can't be friends, right? A bear. So you know how bears are usually all fluffy and adorable? Well, let me tell you, don't invade their personal space, my friend. They can get pretty feisty. In this video, we've got a little bear who stumbled upon a trail camera. And boy, oh boy, he wasn't having any of it. He went crazy shaking and wiggling that camera until it broke. I mean, it's hilarious to watch, but I kind of feel sorry for the poor camera. Vanished baby. So picture this, a baby girl sitting in her crib minding her own business. And then, out of nowhere in just 2 seconds, a hand comes in and snatches the baby away. Vanished, just like that. It's super creepy, especially when you slow down the video. All you can see is this scary-looking hand slipping through the crib's back and grabbing the baby. Some people might think it's fake, but if you look closely, there's no visible editing.
Naked man. A hunter while passing past a forest nearby Tomorrow World area when he heard someone calling at him for help. Upon looking down, he noticed a man with not a stitch of clothing on him standing by the creek along with a walking cane. While maintaining distance, the naked man claimed that he had been robbed, beaten up, and stripped of all clothing by bullies during the music festival before being dropped in the woods. After days of trying to survive, he decided to stick next to the creek. The hunter managed to get a number of the naked man's next of kin to get in touch so they could come and get him. This picture was captured by a lost traveler who was passing through a forest in New Zealand on June 10, 2021. The traveler, while stopping to rest for the night, was disturbed by a terrifying zombie-like cry not too far from his location. In hopes to offer help, he called closer to the source of the sound, only to find its point of origin from something that looked unlike any known human. Seconds after the encounter, the traveler immediately decided to flee for his life. After several minutes of running away, the recorder hid himself under a tree bark and decided to remain stationary till dawn, leaving having this picture, the only clear view of this being. Paranormal creature climbing. Something so dark and tiny as this rules out the possibility of it being a burglar. A security camera placed opposite to a villa in a rural area of Karnataka, India, shows a black child-sized creature that crawls next to the villa until it starts climbing up. Locals believe it to be the spirit of a young child that once lived in the house to be returning, while others believe it to be a jinn. Whatever this may have been, it was surely sneaky enough to get past the guard that was sleeping in a chair facing right in front of this paranormal being. Dead alienoid. Alien or not, death surely doesn't spare anyone. Texas farmers who had lost several of their chickens due to numerous animal attacks decided to lay down a bait to draw out the animal. Upon doing so, they noticed a very unusual looking animal in the fields who took the bait in a manner similar to the attack on the chickens. One of the farmers, either pissed or terrified of this alienoid, fired at it, but it managed to escape. After following the bloody trail closely, the alien animal was later found dead next to a tiny bush after having bled out due to the critical wound.
The unusual goodbye. The footage captured by a trail camera shows the turkeys seemingly performing some sort of ritual around the dead cat. It's a scene straight out of a horror movie, but this is real life. Experts have been left scratching their heads, unable to explain this strange behavior. Some theories suggest that the turkeys may have been mourning the death of the cat. Others believe that they may have been trying to ward off a potential predator. But the truth is, we may never know what was going through the minds of these birds. Regardless of what was behind their behavior, there's no denying that the footage is creepy and unsettling. It's a reminder that the world we live in is full of mysteries, and that we still have so much to learn about the creatures that inhabit it. Bigfoot or no? An outdoorsman by the name of Roger Williams captured a photo of a Sasquatch in broad daylight while hiking in the mountains of Southwest Virginia back in 2013. The creature he saw was described as being over 8 feet tall, covered in matted brown fur. Even though the back of the creature was captured in the shot, the image still clearly shows a humanoid figure with long arms, broad shoulders, and a head that seems to be covered in fur. Was it really a Bigfoot, or just a bear wandering around? Either way, the odd photo was sent to the local papers immediately. The image instantly gained popularity among cryptozoologists and was compared to the well-known Jacobs photographs, which were taken in northwest Pennsylvania in 2007. Williams also told the Finding Bigfoot crew that one of his neighbors had heard unusual noises just a few miles from the location of the shot. Later, Williams himself acknowledged this when he first released the image, saying, "The mystery remains." The glowing figure. Get ready to get your goosebumps on, because we're heading to the bluegrass state to explore an unexplainable mystery. In Kentucky, a trail camera captured something truly bizarre. A glowing humanoid figure stalking a front yard in the dead of night. Yeah, you read that right. A glowing humanoid figure. The footage shows a bright humanoid figure with a distinct head, torso, and limbs moving slowly and deliberately through the darkness, illuminating the surrounding area with an eerie glow. It's like nothing we've ever seen before. The figure seems to be searching for something, or perhaps someone, as it moves around the yard. But what could this strange creature be, and where did it come from? Some have speculated that the glowing humanoid could be an otherworldly being, come to Earth to observe or even abduct unsuspecting humans. Others have suggested that it could be a product of some kind of supernatural or paranormal activity. Whatever the case may be, one thing's for sure. This footage is enough to make even the most skeptical among us question what we think we know about the world around us. Is there more to the universe than we can see with our own eyes? Or is this simply a case of a clever hoax or misidentification? It's up to you to decide. But one thing's for sure, this video will leave you with a sense of unease long after it. The Jersey Devil. Now we've got a cryptid from my own backyard of New Jersey, the Jersey Devil, also known as the Leeds Devil. This creature has been the stuff of legend and nightmares for centuries, with sightings and encounters reported throughout the state of New Jersey. I've already got chills down my bones talking about this. Well, according to the legend, the creature was born as the 13th child of Mother Leeds, a woman who lived in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey during the early 18th century. As the story goes, Leeds cursed her 13th child, which led to its transformation into the creature we know today. The Jersey Devil is one of the most enduring cryptids in American folklore. Its legend has been passed down through generations of New Jersey residents, and there have been countless sightings and encounters over the years. The Jersey Devil is a kangaroo-like monster with a dog's head, a horse's face, wings that resemble bats, horns, and a tail. Nobody is aware of its height, but some believe it to be only 3 or 4 feet tall, while others believe it to be 6 feet tall. The devil creates loud, shrieking, blood-curdling screams that have been described as otherworldly. It even has bright red eyes. People feel frightened after seeing it because of how horrifying it is. This strange beast is claimed to have roamed the southern New Jersey wetlands for more than 250 years before periodically emerging to terrorize the towns and cities. Well, despite countless sightings and encounters over the years, there's still no concrete proof that the creature exists. But for those who've had a run-in with the Leeds Devil, there's no doubt in their minds that something sinister is lurking in the Pine Barrens. And there you have it, folks. The world is full of mysteries and wonders that never cease to amaze us. From glowing humanoids and alien sightings to rare animals and real-life goblins. Creepy clown encounters. In the stillness of the night, trail cameras have unintentionally captured the stuff of nightmares. Sinister clowns haunting deserted roads, brandishing bats and knives. The eerie encounters have struck terror in the hearts of those who view them, imagining what it would be like to come face to face with such creepy beings. The origins of these unsettling sightings remain a mystery, fueling speculation and apprehension. Some attribute them to pranks, while others believe they are more than mere human mischief. Regardless of their origin, these beings seem too creepy, and I definitely wouldn't want to come across them at any cost. Zombie moose. In this next video caught in the wilderness, a shocking sight unfolded. A bull moose in the advanced stages of a brainworm infestation. Yeah, you heard that right! The deadly brainworm wreaked havoc on the moose's nervous system, leaving it weak, fearless, and partially blind. The afflicted animal struggled to coordinate its movements, causing it to move in disoriented circles until paralysis eventually took its life. The condition was triggered by a parasite called Periophostrongilis tenuis, found in deer feces that infected snails and slugs. Moose, while foraging for vegetation, inadvertently consumed the infected snails or slugs, leading to the tragic consequences witnessed in this unsettling encounter. The strange humanoid figure. Trail cameras set up to observe wildlife sometimes capture the unexpected, such as a peculiar humanoid figure moving with an uncanny walk across a field. Its human-like features and irregular limbs invite speculation about the existence of cryptids or unknown species yet to be identified. This cryptic figure, shrouded in mystery, challenges our understanding of the natural world and beckons us to explore the realms of the unexplained. The trail camera's revelation ignites a sense of wonder and fascination, urging us to delve deeper into the mysteries that lie beyond our everyday comprehension. The odd lion seizure. In Pilanesberg National Park, an adventurer witnessed a peculiar sight: a lion suffering from a seizure after a failed wildebeest hunt. The ranger is both fascinated and frightened by this unexpected and rare behavior. The majestic predator's distress calls into question the mysteries of the wild and the complex lives of the creatures that inhabit it. The ranger wisely refrains from intervening and calls for assistance, understanding that nature can be unpredictable and should be observed with caution and respect. The weird behavior of this magnificent lion leaves every leopard attacks a school. A leopard came back to graduate high school in India, but the officials wanted him out. In southern India, a leopard left a school in chaos and it attacked and injured 4 men. The predator was later caught, but it's a reminder of how dangerous these creatures can be when humans and animals cross paths. Leopards are known to be stealthy hunters, using their sharp claws and teeth to take down prey. When confronted or threatened, they can become aggressive and attack with deadly force. Minnesota wolf. In Minnesota, a teenage boy was sleeping outside his tent when a wolf attacked him. The wolf sunk its teeth into the boy's head, but he refused to go down without a fight. With his bare hands, the boy managed to grab the wolf's jaw and pull it from his head, miraculously saving himself. This incredible story shows just how dangerous and deadly wolves can be. Scientists say a wolf might attack a human for no reason. The boy was brave and very lucky to fight that wolf off. Scorpion stings wildlife explorer. In this next clip on our list, a wildlife explorer is feeling pretty confident around scorpions, but little does he know that he's about to have a painful encounter. As he's holding a scorpion in his hand, it suddenly stings him, and he recoils in pain. Scorpion bites can be incredibly dangerous and painful, and this video explains just how quickly things can go wrong when we underestimate the power of predators. This man may have thought he was in control, but he quickly found out that sometimes the predators have the upper hand. Kangaroo wants a boxing match. Would you ever expect a kangaroo to attack a man on his front lawn? Yes, this can only happen in Australia. In this jaw-dropping clip, a kangaroo attacks a man on his front lawn. The man valiantly fights off the powerful animal for a full 6 minutes. It's a nerve-wracking battle as the kangaroo uses its hind legs to try and disembowel the man. One wrong move could have spelled disaster, but the man stands his ground and emerges victorious. It's a shocking sight of just how risky it can be when humans come face to face with predators. Was the man brave, strong, or stupid? We'll leave it up to you to decide. The man miraculously sustained no injuries. The cutest predator. You wouldn't believe that this predator made it into today's video. Cute, sweet, loving, and snuggly. These are the words that come to mind when we hear the word panda. However, the cute and fluffy animals are just as dangerous. A man trying to take a photo with a panda leaning against the railing thought the same about pandas. Up to his surprise, the panda took this as an offense and grabbed the man from behind and ripped his jacket. The man was lucky that there was a railing between him and the animal. This brings our video to an end, where we showcased deadly, fast, ferocious, and merciless predators attacking humans who messed with them. Make sure to follow our channel and comment your favorite human-predator face-off from the video. Until next time, take care and don't mess with deadly animals.
Just hitching a ride. This trail cam footage caught an epic hitchhiking adventure in action. Picture this: a tiny genet, which is a cross between a cat and a mongoose, decided to hitch a ride on a rhino and a buffalo. Talk about a taxi service upgrade. This genet knows how to travel in style, but why is it using these gentle giants as its own personal Ubers? Maybe it's just too clever for its own good. I mean, who needs to walk when you can ride a buffalo? Keep it up, genet. You'll definitely get home soon. Killer clown. Here we've got a killer clown on the loose. A creepy clown was seen strolling through the woods in Michigan, giving everyone the death scares. It's like a clown gone rogue with a mask that screams, "I'm up to no good." Can we all agree that clowns should stick to birthday parties and leave our forest alone? This creepy trend has spread like wildfire worldwide, but we're not laughing. Just a close-up of his face is giving me the creeps. What about you? The Georgia Screamer. It's now time to meet the Georgia Screamer, a creature that will send shivers down your spine. True, it may be an actor in a unitard, but that doesn't mean we can't get a good scare from it. The sounds it makes are straight out of a horror movie, like those clickers from The Last of Us.
Run, run!
Even the bravest among us wouldn't dare mess with such a terrifying sight. Will we ever know what this nightmare-inducing creature really is? Perhaps not, but one thing's for sure, this video's a hit. Mysterious Bigfoot encounter. You've probably heard tales of Bigfoot, the legendary ape-like creature rumored to roam North America's forests. Since the 19th century, people have shared countless stories and sightings, though concrete evidence remains elusive. However, one trail cam might have finally captured the elusive beast, as the camera recorded a serene, snowy scene. An ape-like figure emerged, unaware of being watched. The grainy footage showed the mysterious creature walking before vanishing into the forest. Could this be real proof of Bigfoot's existence? The debate continues, and this eerie footage adds to the enigma of the elusive Sasquatch. Lions enter campsite. Imagine camping in Brazil, surrounded by friends, when suddenly curious lions enter your campsite. Heart-stopping, right? Thankfully, the lions were more curious than menacing. The trail cam captured the chilling encounter of these wild felines exploring the campsite. Faro Fino and his friends watched in awe as the majestic male lion peeked into their tent, leaving them breathless with fear. It's a reminder that we share the wilderness with nature's apex predators, and at times their curiosity can put us on edge. But fear not, they soon left, leaving the campers in awe of the incredible encounter. Just imagine being that close to royalty of the jungle.
Reverse waterfall. The reverse waterfall is a fascinating and rare natural phenomenon, where water flows upwards against the force of gravity. This incredible sight is often caused by strong winds pushing water back up the waterfall, creating a mesmerizing and dramatic display. In this video, we see the reverse waterfall in all its glory, with the water cascading back up the falls in a stunning and unusual display. The beauty of this rare and unique sight is something one can never be tired of watching. It's a sight that leaves onlookers in awe as they witness the power of nature at its best. Whether you're an avid nature lover or just enjoy watching stunning natural wonders, this video is a must-watch. Freshwater meets seawater. In this mesmerizing video, we see the boundary between freshwater and seawater at its most dramatic. The contrast is stunning, with a sharp line separating the two bodies of water. The footage captures the exact moment where the two meet, creating a visual representation of the delicate balance between fresh and saltwater ecosystems. The crystal clear seawater and the muddy freshwater, and the stark difference between them makes this whole thing a sight to behold. Blue whale feeding. A recent video has captured the incredible sight of a blue whale feeding on a school of small fish. The blue whale is the largest animal on Earth, and this video provides a remarkable glimpse into the feeding habits of these gentle giants. It is seen swimming through the water, its huge mouth open wide to engulf the fish. The whale's size and power are on full display, as it effortlessly consumes large amounts of fish in a single gulp. The clip highlights the remarkable adaptations of blue whales to their ocean environment, as they are able to filter feed on vast quantities of small prey. The subscriber's pick. This picture is taken from a YouTube channel where a guy posts creepy content. It shows a giraffe with half its jaw out of its mouth and some scary arms around it. We don't know what the guy was trying to make when he ended up with this, but this is one hell of a creepiest thing I've ever seen. One with a hole in its mouth. In this clip, a giraffe is seen trying to drink water from a nearby source. However, every time it tries to drink, the water falls back from a hole in its mouth. The hole, which appears to be the result of an injury, is preventing the giraffe from drinking effectively. Despite this, the giraffe continues to try, demonstrating its resilience and determination. The sight of the giraffe struggling to drink is both heartwarming and heartbreaking.
Ghost sighting in forest. Uncut trail camera footage of this bizarre incident was posted on YouTube on December 19, 2022 by the Homesteading Off the Grid channel. A very terrible sight was captured on one of the landowner's trail cameras in this video. Because he owns a lot of forest land and enjoys hunting, the owner set up numerous cameras in the area to record what kinds of animals wander in his forest. But this time, he didn't get a typical animal. Instead, he caught something stranger and more unsettling. As you can see, the video shows an odd creature wandering through the bushes while wearing a robe. Uncertainty surrounds, as it is not clear whether this is merely a human wearing a lengthy white robe or a supernatural entity. We believe it to be a man dressed in a robe, but why would an unusual man wander the jungle? And what would he do there exactly? He nearly appears to be lost. There isn't much more information available about this video, so please comment below and let us know what you think. Humanoid creature. A family that recently relocated to this region set up a trail camera to keep an eye on their children and record any wildlife or bird visitors. They examined the camera one day in August 2020 and found this strange shot. One of their trail cameras captured a humanoid-shaped object. They were unsure about how to interpret it, but it appears to be a long-haired, unkempt figure. Do you think a Yeti or Bigfoot might be responsible? We figured we'd tell you all about it and see what you guys thought. Therefore, the first action was taken by authorities after receiving this video that seems fresh and original. Numerous experts and scientists then contacted them to express their opinions on whether they believed it to be true or not. Is it conceivable that this is a real Sasquatch, as several researchers have claimed that this image of one is fresh and authentic? Lion versus coyotes. Watch out for this fantastic video from Mississippi. What's happening is that an elk has been murdered, and a pack of coyotes and this lone mountain lion are fighting over the carcass. While the coyote circles, the cat is in charge of the kill. The pack is alerted by the lion's loud hiss. The coyotes are the first to return to the kill after both sides leave it for unknown reasons. You can see the line it left dragged back through the snow after one of the coyotes pulls it over to their side. After the cat has finished eating, as seen in the video, he departs for the last time, leaving the leftovers for the coyotes. With a loud howl, one coyote joyously announces the cat's departure. The coyotes drag the carcass to the meadow, according to the trail cam owner, who discovered it the following morning. Large being hiding behind a tree. Yowie researcher Dean Harrison and his Australian team put infrared cameras to the test in Springbrook National Park in May hunters with the yowie. A huge black bear. After a child kept informing his father that he was seeing a bear next door, a trail camera captured this really humorous moment. Evidently not believing him, the father decided to set up one of his old trail cameras. As we can see, this enormous bear has established a home in the crawl area of an abandoned house. This big man is out and about and having a good time. Black bears can be nasty animals though, and can be rather aggressive. Weird creature found in woods. When people think of spooky clips captured by trail cameras, they frequently conjure up visions of ghostly children gazing around. However, as this video demonstrates, not all scary characters are dead. A hunter who wanted to monitor wildlife in the forest near his property used a trail camera, which captured this picture of a freakishly tall man wearing a mask and holding a machete. It's unknown why the man in this clip, who doesn't seem to be aware of the camera, was in the woods on the night it was shot. However, the fact that he chose to cover his face would indicate that his intentions were anything but pure. This individual was never seen there again. Piebald deers. The white-tailed deer is without a doubt an animal that has been recorded on trail cameras the most. Everyone is familiar with them because they are the standard brown deer with a white tail. So it's fortunate that we occasionally get a glimpse of piebald deer. They are not a distinct species or subspecies of deer, but rather a genetic variation that can appear in several different deer species, including white-tailed deer, mule deer, and elk. Piebald deer are thought to be relatively uncommon, with estimates indicating that only 1% of deer population exhibits them. Those who see it frequently inquire about hunting. Like other deer with typical coloring, piebald deer can be legally hunted in many regions where hunting is allowed. However, because piebald deer are seen to be an uncommon and distinctive variant of the species, some hunters may decide not to hunt them. Some regions may have laws or hunting restrictions protecting piebald deer. Anyhow, it's a fantastic camera catch, and it's incredible how occasionally their eyes can be completely dark. An old woman. This picture is one of the clearest on the list, which isn't necessarily a good thing. We can easily make out from this picture that this is either a creature wearing a nightgown or an old woman walking around outside alone at night in her pajamas. Either way, it isn't good and is rather unsettling for anyone planning on traveling in the woods anytime soon. A huge gorilla. While the couple was on vacation having a good time, they were not expecting such a disaster to happen. While taking a selfie together, their camera happened to capture a huge gorilla clinging on a tower behind them. Was it a real King Kong? Are they real? Or is it just an altered video? What do you guys think? We can even see them freaking out and everyone running to save their lives. So, what exactly happened here? A walking bear. For those of you who think bears walking is something normal, wait till you see this one. This bear sparked a mystery in the whole of New Jersey when it was always seen walking upright. It is not something bears usually do, so some people were quick to say that it wasn't a bear, but something else. But then, after careful investigation of the matter, it was revealed that the bear had his front paw injured, and this was why it couldn't walk normally. A weird mutation. This deer was captured by a trail cam which a man placed because there were rumors about a skinwalker in the shape of a deer being seen by locals. But as the camera caught the deer, everything became clear. It wasn't a skinwalker, but just a poor deer with a weird mutation that happened to it. Bigfoot. There's no way to know for sure if this is the infamous and elusive Bigfoot monster, but it certainly looks a lot like him. Then again, it could just be a human in a Bigfoot costume taking a walk in the middle of the woods. But with trail cameras being placed in the deepest areas, and this picture taken very late at night, anything can be possible. A girl and a deer. This photo was taken in Big Spring, Texas. At first glance, you might think this is just a normal picture capturing some wildlife, but unfortunately, it is not. There is something much more frightening that appeared. Once you notice the little girl all alone and the deer staring suspiciously at her, you'll get chills down your spine. A mysterious creature. This mysterious creature was captured on a trail cam earlier in the day in 2011. It speeds through the forest fast, so it's hard to get a look at it. Many people who have seen the photo speculate that it is, in fact, Bigfoot. Whatever it is, it doesn't seem normal. It also isn't alone, as there are much more speedy beasts throughout today's list. Someone with the deer. Do deer have some sort of special power to have mysterious figures follow them around? Whatever the reason, deer are commonly spotted with creepy figures. This picture is absolutely chilling. It's not quite clear what exactly the figure is, but it is certain that it doesn't look happy, and we're sure that there is definitely not a normal face in those woods. A ghostly figure. This terrifying image is scary in that it could be any number of things. It has a fuzzy outline, making it look like a ghostly figure. The figure also has a drapey look to it, making it possible that it could be a ghost with long hair or a long cape. Some have even speculated that it could be a skinless monster. Hopefully, it's just a regular old person in a hoodie of some sort.
Ghost bird. Imagine mistaking a ghost bird for an innocent piece of wood. Talk about a spooky surprise. This grumpy-looking creature is the great potu, a nocturnal bird known for its eerie camouflaging skills. From Mexico to Brazil, these skeletal birds give you the creeps. But don't worry, they're mostly harmless, living peacefully in their woodland domain. So, next time you spot an odd-looking bird, don't jump to conclusions. It might just be a ghost bird watching over its spooky kingdom. Abandoned car forest. In the heart of a Belgian forest lies an automotive graveyard that puts horror movies to shame. Can you picture cars entangled with tree roots, neon-colored flowers blossoming from engines? It's like a post-apocalyptic scene straight out of Hollywood. But fear not, this eerie spectacle is a testament to nature's power, slowly reclaiming the man-made creations. While some locals find the cars a charming oddity, others are spooked by the never-ending flow of curious tourists. Drive through Google Maps and you'll see it's a sight that'll leave you questioning reality. Tap dancing chimps. Our jungle buddies, the chimpanzees, are turning into tap dancing superstars. Thanks to some clever scientists and a mirror, we've discovered their secret love for dancing. Some chimps are all about grooving to their reflection, showing off their moves like a true dance troupe. But here's the kicker, not all chimps are dance fans. Some see their reflection as invading rivals. Can't blame them. Mirrors aren't a standard jungle accessory after all. So let's give it up for our dancing chimps. They're taking rhythm to a whole new level. Giant monster wolf. You've seen wolves in the wild, but this beast is a whole new level of terror. Giant monster wolf is right. This massive predator will have you running for cover. That poor dog in the video had a rude awakening when it thought it could bark its way to victory. But the gigantic wolf had other plans. Can you blame it though? I mean, who wouldn't want to chase a tiny pup in their own front yard? And if you think it's just a trick, think again. The quick camera shutdown and the owner's reaction says it all. This is one frightening encounter.
Woman turns into fire. This old video that's been floating around the internet for years. The interesting thing about it is that people still can't figure out if it's real or fake. The story goes that there was this woman up to no good, and when the locals confronted her, she escaped by transforming into fire and flying away. Pretty wild, huh? The Death Circle. This eerie video was captured by a guy who stepped outside his house and spotted a bunch of turkeys acting strangely. These turkeys were going round and round a dead cat lying on the road. When it went viral, everyone was baffled. But we've got the explanation for you. Researchers say that turkeys mistook the cat for a threat, so they began investigating. Since turkeys tend to stick together, when one started circling, the rest followed, creating this weird loop we now call the death circle. A super goat. Have you ever seen a super buff goat? If you haven't, we're about to show you something awesome. So this guy was out hiking in the mountains, just enjoying nature and all that. And guess what he stumbled upon? This seriously ripped goat. He knew he had to capture it on his phone and share it with everyone. And guess what? The video went crazy viral on Twitter, racking up a whopping 4 million views. People couldn't help but be amazed by the goat's incredible physique. An unknown animal. It's small like a squirrel, but its face is more like a monkey, you know? A farmer caught it on camera while wandering around the woods, but we're clueless about what it actually is. If any of you have any bright ideas, let us in on the secret, okay? An alien. It's a bit fuzzy and low res, but what it captures is absolutely unbelievable. Picture this: a creature with a head shaped like a hammer suddenly pops up on a camper's roof, screams its lungs out, and then vanishes into thin air. Some folks thought it resembled a dog, while others said a monkey. But honestly, it didn't look like any of those critters to us. So what the heck was it? Nobody knows. There are times when the unknown happens in woods, from alien-like creatures and weird mutant deers to the creatures who attack humans and tiny gray creatures in the woods. Here are the most disturbing encounters caught on cameras.
This way.
A giant. It looks like a giant with a sharp weapon or something in his hand, walking as if it's finding prey to kill and eat. But wait, giants aren't real, right? Or maybe they are. Maybe we just don't know much about them. With so many weird things happening, anything can be possible. A weird deer. Well, a man was busy recording a deer who appeared to be scared of him at first, but then suddenly stopped, as if it was scared of something, and then turned back and went hopping away beside the man. He was all confused, just like anyone would be. But then he saw something that scared him too. A deer emerged from the bushes with a deformed neck. Or was it a skinwalker? Because that's what most people said. A creature attack. Some friends were out having a bonfire and enjoying the night when they started hearing weird noises coming from the woods. One of them decided to be brave and go and check, while others were there recording him. And this is when this happened. Even though they immediately ran to save their friend, we have no idea what happened afterwards as the video abruptly ended. A pair of glowing eyes. What will you do if there is a scary noise coming out of your roof? Will you go check it out like this man did? And there he ended up seeing a creature on the roof with its eyes glowing like some kind of demon. Or was it really the demon? No one could tell as the creature disappeared, leaving the man too shocked and scared to do anything. I hope he left the country the next day because the creature looked like it might love to follow him around. A gray man. There was a place where locals kept seeing strange things and weird creatures in the woods, but no one believed them until they hid themselves there with cameras and recorded this little gray man going about his usual life in the woods. It stood there for a few seconds until it sensed humans nearby and went away from where it came from, leaving us with hundreds of questions but no one to get answers from. A dwarf. This happened in a small town in Mexico. Let me tell you, the town is famous for its unusual happenings. In this video, we see a man first playing with his dog, and then he moved the camera to a little girl who was just going about her business. And that is when a tiny creature appeared on the screen, making the girl scream in fear and run away. And that's where the video ended. A witch. Unlike most of the videos in today's list, this one was recorded in a home where 3 guys were talking while lightly playing with a ball. And that is when a short black witch-like thing appeared out of nowhere and went past them in a hurry, which scared the boys quite a lot. When it was uploaded on the internet, some said it was definitely a witch, while others couldn't help but think it was a fake video. A tiny creature. And this one is a very short video, but creepy nonetheless. While the little kid enjoyed her swing, we see a tiny creature running from somewhere behind her. Was it a dwarf, or a ghost, or something more mischievous and scary? I guess we will never know. An unknown person. A man was out driving at night to get to his home, and while he was halfway through, he saw something quite creepy. A woman dressed in fancy clothing was walking on the road. Since she was too far, we can't clearly make out of her dressing, but that's what the man said. Even though he stood there for a few minutes, the woman did not come near. She just kept walking in that area. A scary cemetery. What if you were in a cemetery visiting a loved one and you encountered a weird man who disappeared behind a pole? Well, that's exactly what happened to this man, and he approached the spot to see where the man had gone, but no one was there. So he hurried back home with 1,000 questions swirling in his mind and a great deal of fear in his heart. A giant humanoid. In a terrifying encounter in Alberta, Canada, a man captured a video that appears to unveil an enormous creature, potentially belonging to a tribe of colossal beings native to the region, leisurely walking atop of a mountain without any visible means of support. The shadowy figure is of such immense size that it was noticed by 2 individuals during their usual commute. A multitude of individuals are now filled with curiosity, questioning the validity of the legends surrounding giants in this area. Could it be that there's something far more sinister lurking within the mysterious Alberta mountains? Mermaid. This video was recorded in China and has caused controversy since then. Some say that the mermaid in the video is real, and there have been numerous sightings of mermaids in the area, while others refuse to believe it, saying it is nothing but fake. There have been no comments by the authorities, so we can't be sure. But what if it is real? The Rake. The Rake is a popular creepy urban legend, similar to Slender Man, about a humanoid creature that attacks people. In a video posted by a man on July 25, 2011, filmed near the Hudson Bridge, he heard strange noises on his roof and decided to go check out what was happening while recording it all. While exploring, he unexpectedly falls off the roof, even though he was not injured or anything. The footage revealed a terrifying creature staring back at him later, leaving us all to imagine, was that really a rake?
Hello? Oh my god.
A smart genet. Even though the video was recorded in 2014, people still can't believe what they saw. The motion detecting trail camera sent someone passing by one night and took some photos and a short video. Those photos showed a genet riding on big animals like a buffalo one night and on a rhino another night. When the video was posted on the internet, it left people speechless. Experts said that the animal did it to look for prey, and from that high point, it was easier to spot one. Isn't that one smart cat? Aliens. Now this clip might be a little blurry, but what it shows is just creepy as hell. A man was having his normal day when he felt that there was someone nearby. Considering he was in the woods, where usually no one goes, he took his camera out and started recording. And what he captured was a creature moving very quickly behind the trees.
There. Do you see it?
Its pace and height made it seem not like a human. But then, what was it? The mystery remains unknown. Someone behind the tree. This video was recorded by a group of friends who were looking for ghosts and other unusual beings. They thought that would be present there. And that's exactly what they happened to come across. They were hearing strange noises, and when they went deeper into the forest to investigate, they saw a weird creature staring at them from behind the tree. As soon as they spotted it, it disappeared.
Oh shit! My god.
A black thing. A weird black smoke-like being is what appears in this video, and this happened when an arrest was going on in Florida. Neither the police officers nor the other man had any idea about it. They remained oblivious to the thing, but the guy recording it was surely freaked out. Scary deer. This weird image was captured by a trail camera in 2022, and what we see here is a deer with scary mutations. Was this a result of some scary experiments going on with animals, or was this just some natural mutation? Nobody knows. Ghost Man. A glowy figure which appeared to have a white cloth on is what we see in this picture. But who was he? What was he doing so late at night, so deep in the woods? Nobody could tell, and people couldn't help but think that it was a ghost, as there was no way a human could wander off alone in that place at night. 3 eyes. It might look like a normal trail cam captured photo, but when you see it closely, you will see 3 glowing eyes on the left. But last time I checked, there was no animal with 3 eyes. But then, what was it? An alien or a ghost? Do let us know what you guys think. Panther. To some, it looked like a black panther, and to others, it looked like a ghostly vampire panther with such long fangs. It could be just a normal panther, but then how do we explain the glowy thing with it? It's surely a weird photo captured by the camera at the weirdest time possible. A ghost kid. Look closely and you will find a kid walking around in the woods in this picture. When the man uploaded it on Facebook, he was asking others if anyone knew who the kid was, and surprisingly, no one did. The kid's presence and identity remained unknown forever, leaving everyone until today to wonder who it was and what happened there. A weird crawling creature. Have you seen this bizarre video that's been going around? It's super short, but it shows this seriously weird creature on a random trail in the middle of nowhere. It's hard to make out what it is, but it kind of resembles a woman with a really strange posture. The thing is all muddy or dark brown and crawling around, scratching the ground with its long, skinny fingers. It also has something pointy sticking out of its head and seems to be crying. Raccoons fighting a deer. You know those pesky raccoons in North America that are always causing trouble for humans? Well, turns out they can annoy bucks too. In this video, these little thieves were initially tolerated as they stole food from the fields. But after a while, the buck's patience reached its limit. The food was running out, but the raccoons just kept showing up. There were so many raccoons, and they were so stubborn that the deer felt overwhelmed and decided to take matters into its own hooves. Eagle versus owl. Out of nowhere, a sneaky owl swoops down and surprises an unsuspecting eagle with a sudden attack. The eagle tries its best to fight back, but unfortunately, it doesn't stand a chance. It's pretty unusual to see an owl acting so aggressively, and experts are baffled trying to figure out what triggered this unexpected behavior. We're still in the dark about why the owl did what it did, leaving us with lots of questions about the wonders of the animal kingdom. Breathing Earth. This trail cam video showed us how Earth was actually moving up and down like it was tired from spinning and orbiting the sun non-stop. It's like the Earth needed a break to catch its breath. They call it breathing Earth when the ground gets loose and the wind is extra strong, making it move up and down as if it's taking a breath. If you don't know what it was, it would definitely freak you out. You might think the Earth is about to swallow you up, but it's not for the faint-hearted. Real mermaid found swimming. Check out this cool video of a mermaid swimming underwater. It looks so real. The mermaid's tail is super thin and lifelike, and it's swimming way faster than any human could. The other sea creatures around it seem totally chill, like they see mermaids all the time. If it was a person, those fish would be freaking out. A Tasmanian tiger. Guess what? There's this mysterious footage that's causing a big debate online. It's from a trail camera, and for a few seconds, you can see this blurry creature that some people think could be the Tasmanian tiger, a species believed to be extinct. Since the video quality isn't great and it's nighttime, we can't be sure if it's legit. A weird woman. Here's a strange story about a woman in a white dress who was walking in the middle of the road at night. Her walk was so weird that anyone would feel creeped out by it. It's unclear whether she was a witch or just an old woman in need of help. We'll probably never find out. Black creepy creature. 2 farmers in Mexico were woken up in the middle of the night by their goats going crazy. They rushed outside to see what the commotion was about, and guess what? They found a weird black creature clinging onto one of their goats' necks. They tried everything to get it off, but it took a few minutes of struggling before it finally let go and scurried off into the woods. The farmers even tried to chase after it, but it vanished into thin air. Can you believe it? What do you think that strange creature could be, and where did it come from? The mystery remains unsolved. Face-changing woman. Here's a super creepy video caught on a security camera. When it first went online, it blew everyone's minds. Not only do the woman's eyes glow, but she also undergoes some freaky face changing. We don't know who she is for sure, but this video will definitely give you the creeps every time you watch it. A little ghost. This scary video was recorded in the woods where a little ghost dressed as a human was seen hopping around. But wait until it turns towards the camera. And that's when you see that the little ghost is a dog dressed as a little girl and was just annoying some peaceful moments in the woods. The scariest clip. This video was uploaded a few years back on YouTube and scared the whole world. It shows what appears to be two girls in skirts, one holding the other one and smashing her here and there while walking on a wall. For me, it is the most terrifying clip out there. Skinwalker. The woman was enjoying her peaceful sleep in her room when she heard weird noises. As she woke up, she saw this weird as hell goat coming into her room, but things weren't very scary until the goat opened its mouth. If it were me, I wouldn't know what I would have done. Seriously. A dead mermaid. Are mermaids actually not real, or are these scientists and experts hiding things from us? Because there's a hell of a lot of proof out there that shows they might be real. Just like this video where a dead mermaid is being filmed by a man. Maybe it isn't like what we all have imagined, but it is the closest anything could get to a definition of a mermaid. A thief. This clip was recorded in 2018 and was posted on the internet with a caption saying, "Ghost caught on camera." However, if you look closely, it only looks like a kid trying to sneak into a home. And then there's another kid sitting there. And not just that, we see a ghost walking on the roof too. So what do you guys think? Isn't that creepy? A haunted hospital. In July 2022, something strange happened in a hospital. While we see people waiting in the lobby, a surgeon appears, scared as hell, and runs away tripping here and there. The people there did not give it much importance until they see a wheelchair coming from the left, and then it turns towards them on its own. That's when they knew it wasn't something funny. It was a haunted hospital. A ghost on highway. While driving on the Queensland highway, the driver had no idea something surprising was about to happen. As he kept driving, he noticed something strange on the side of the road. To his surprise, he and other people saw a ghostly figure standing right in the middle of the road. The ghost looked like a pure white child floating just a little bit above the ground. This spooky sighting became famous and many people started calling it the ghost child. However, some people who didn't believe in ghosts argued that it might not be real. Creature feeding on a goat. In Mexico, two farmers were woken up by their goats crying late at night. Concerned for their animals, they hurried outside to see what was going on. To their surprise, they discovered a black, unfamiliar creature hanging from one of the goat's necks. Despite their attempts to free the goat, the creature stubbornly clung on. After a few minutes of struggle, it finally let go and ran away into the woods. The farmers tried to pursue it, but were unsuccessful. The identity and origin of this strange creature remain a mystery. A werewolf. A farmer in South Africa stumbled upon a sight that he never anticipated. He found a dead werewolf on his farm, which was later taken by researchers for investigation. Disturbing photos and videos of the werewolf were later uploaded by unknown individuals, causing fear in those who saw them. Despite being taken for further examination, no explanation was provided, adding to the mystery surrounding the event. A sea dragon. In Vietnam, a farmer went to a nearby pond and witnessed something that many would consider impossible. As seen in the video, the face of a dragon emerged from the water's surface. The dragon briefly looked around as if searching for someone, and the video ends at that point. Was it truly a dragon or some type of sea monster? Share your thoughts on what you believe it could be. A mysterious creature attack. A man in a backyard was captured on a CCTV camera being attacked and dragged by a mysterious creature. Some people might think it's not real, but I've watched it a few times and it seems genuine to me. The way the guy fights back and then gets thrown back to where he started is absolutely crazy. I don't know what it could be, but I hope the person involved is okay now. It's definitely something that makes you wonder about the unknown things in the world. An unknown attacker. Farmers in Puerto Rico were getting worried as their animals kept getting attacked by an unknown predator. Investigators tried to figure out what it was, but they couldn't find any clues. Initially, people thought it was a wolf, but the footprints didn't match. Some people claimed to have seen something like an ape and called it a chupacabra. It mostly targeted goats. The whole situation was scary and kept everyone on edge. And even though it happened a few years ago, the mystery remains unsolved. A dogman. In South Africa, a strange creature has been spotted roaming around town. It looks like a mix of a man and a dog, and it lives and eats with other dogs. There are many rumors and fears surrounding it, but nobody has been able to get close and learn more. We only have blurry camera footage of it walking with its furry friends. The big question is whether it's just a man with mental issues or something more unusual. Let us know your thoughts. A giant bat. Imagine you're a farmer, excited to start your day and work in the field with your animals. But when you arrive, this is what you see. Not a pleasant sight, right? Well, that's exactly what happened to this farmer who encountered the world's largest bat in his field. It's so big that people refer to it as the flying fox. A human-faced fish. Now, let's watch this astonishing video from China where a fish was discovered that has a face resembling a human's. The video became extremely popular in November 2019, and people were completely startled. Some people believe it was a carp with a face that looked like a human's, but we can't be certain. Although the video is authentic, it's possible that the way the fish's scales appear on the camera's angle might have created that illusion. What do you think? A mummified dog. We all adore dogs, right? But have you seen Stucky, the dog that got mummified? A farmer discovered this well-preserved dog while working in the forest and cutting down trees. Trapped inside a tree trunk, he was protected from predators, insects, and the weather. How did this occur, you may wonder? It's a mystery. Some theories propose that the dog might have become trapped and died while inside the oak tree. Whatever the reason, it's truly astonishing to witness how well nature can preserve things. Take a look at the picture of Stucky, and you'll understand why it's simultaneously eerie and magnificent. Horse eating chicken. Get ready to be amazed by something incredible, straight from the farm. If you love horses and think they're the most gentle creatures, you might want to take a seat for this. In this video, we witness a horse doing something unexpected, devouring a family of chickens by eating one of the little chicks. The mother chicken tries her best to protect her offspring, but she's no match for the enormous horse. It's shocking to observe such behavior from a seemingly peaceful animal, but it serves as a reminder that animals can surprise us in various ways. A spy gorilla. Trail cameras mounted on trees recording animals is an old thing now. Spy cameras dressed and set as actual animals is the new thing now, and we see that in this video, which shows a spy gorilla camera in action. At first, the clan thought it to be weird and had to do a little inspection before they made the decision that the gorilla is no harm, so they'll let it stay. And that's when the camera recorded the beautiful moments of the gorilla family. A mutant calf. A farmer in North Macedonia was ecstatic as his cow was expected to deliver twins. But what actually happened left him in shock. Instead of two healthy calves, a mutant calf with two heads was born. The skulls were fused together, and it was unclear what caused this strange occurrence. Despite surviving for a few days, the vets believed that it would not live much longer. But according to the latest news, the calf is still alive. Maybe it'll actually live just as long as usual calves do. A scary ghost. Let's check out this clip captured on a home security camera outside a house. You can hear faint footsteps before a blurry figure appears and moves across the screen. Since the video quality is poor, it's hard to make out any details. Is it a prowler, or could it be something paranormal? Upon closer inspection, the figure seems to briefly disappear when it reaches the center of the screen. This leaves us wondering if it's just a camera glitch, or if there's something more sinister going on. Two-headed cow. In 2015, a farmer named Dwight Cruz in Florida had an astonishing experience when his cow gave birth to a calf with two faces. The calf, named Annabelle, had two heads, 4 eyes, 2 ears, 2 mouths, and 2 noses. However, it also had 2 brains, which made it difficult for the calf to coordinate and feed from its mother. Consequently, the farm owner had to feed the poor baby with a bottle. Known as dicephalic parapagus, occurs when the embryo fails to split correctly during pregnancy and could be genetic. A strange monkey. Riding through the peaceful forest, a lone biker suddenly comes across a strange and mysterious creature. As a cyclist gets closer to a narrow trail surrounded by tall walls, a weird and otherworldly being jumps down from the wall and almost crashes into the biker. Surprised, the cyclist stops to look for the creature, but it has disappeared without a trace. Because of its strange look and incredible speed, it's hard to figure out exactly what this creature could be. Californian Coast Mermaid. In the video, we can see the mermaid swaying its tail in an impressive way. The tail movement confirms that it's a real mermaid, and not a person wearing a mermaid tail, as no one can shake a fake tail that skillfully. The video is a bit blurry, but I believe it's genuine, and not some edited nonsense people post on social media. There's plenty of evidence supporting the existence of this species, and I genuinely think they exist, but we humans still need to uncover their secret hiding spots. Dancing bear. When a wildlife channel placed cameras in the jungle, their goal was to capture footage of animals being themselves. What they didn't expect was to witness bears shaking their behinds and moving like Shakira in the woods. Just like us humans, bears get itchy sometimes. But unlike us, they scratch their backs on trees, and they absolutely love doing it. I mean, look at them. A woman stabbing herself. You won't believe what I just saw in this video. So it was late at night, and this guy was driving his usual route when he came across something super creepy. He was like, nope, I'm turning back and getting out of here. There was this ghostly woman in the middle of the road, holding a knife, and she was actually stabbing herself. Can you imagine? What would you do if you witnessed that? Animals reacting to reflections. There was a French photographer who decided to set up a camera and a big mirror in the middle of the jungle. He wanted to see how the animals would react to their own reflections, and guess what? It turned out way crazier than he expected. The leopard couldn't get enough of itself, the gorilla saw it as a chance to have a fight with its own reflection, and the elephant didn't really care much. But the chimpanzees, oh boy, they had a blast checking themselves out while scratching. Mermaid on the dock. Imagine there's a dock and out of nowhere a mermaid shows up. She looks all confused, swimming back and forth like she's trying to find her way to the water. But here's the strange part. There were people around, and they didn't do anything. I mean, come on, if I saw a mermaid, I'd be freaking out. You'd think someone would have called the authorities or something. Now, there's a big debate about whether this video is real or edited. Nobody really knows for sure. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Dobby. Imagine if the magical world from the books and movies were actually real. Well, after watching this video of a creature that looks just like Dobby, I can't help but wonder if there's a hidden realm of magic out there that we humans don't know about. This creature was doing some kind of funky dance with its thin legs, and trust me, it definitely wasn't a human or some kid doing a chicken dance. A witch. This spooky video was recorded in Mexico in 2006. You can see a mysterious figure flying through the sky on a broomstick. Some people think it's a witch. The locals had been talking about these witches for ages, but nobody had any proof until this footage was taken. The witch's flight looks a bit shaky, so maybe she's a new witch still practicing her flying skills. Man vanished. This Ring camera recorded a man walking on the street at night, but just after a few seconds, he appeared to have vanished in thin air. It was in the middle of the camera's view, so we cannot say that he may have walked to the edge of the view. Now, how did this happen and who exactly was the man? This answer remained unknown as the woman whose camera recorded it said she had never seen him before. A brave mongoose. Prepare to be amazed by this wild encounter. So, a lion comes across a mongoose and decides to have some fun with it. The poor mongoose gets caught, but it refuses to give up. It keeps trying to escape, even though the lion is determined to keep it as a plaything. This back and forth goes on for minutes, and just when it seems like the mongoose is done for, the lion gets distracted by another lion. That's the mongoose's chance to make a break for it. Fighting pandas. In this video, two big pandas are fighting like crazy, and it's leaving us all shocked and confused. Normally, these gentle creatures are all about munching on bamboo, playing around, and doing cute somersaults. But it turns out, even pandas can get feisty sometimes. We don't really know why they suddenly got so aggressive. A cute fight. I mean, let's be honest, for the bunny gang, this fight was probably a big deal. But if we as humans saw these two bunnies trying to throw punches while hopping around in perfect sync, it would be hard not to find it absolutely adorable. Of course, I'm not saying we should jump in and break it up. Who knows, we might end up with a bunny punch right in the face too, right? Dirt bath. Who says birds don't need a spa day? These sparrows are taking their grooming routine to a whole new level in the woods. They're into this thing called dirt bathing. Basically, they cover themselves in dirt to keep their feathers healthy and prevent too much oil buildup. It's quite a sight to see these birds dipping themselves in the dirt, rolling around and flapping their wings to make sure every feather gets coated. They're pretty hygienic for little creatures, don't you think? A trail cam thief. So there's this coyote just strolling through the woods when it spots a trail camera nearby. Well, it seems like the camera caught its attention because it kept coming back trying to snatch it. After a few tries, it actually succeeded and bolted away with the camera as fast and as far as it could. The camera had quite an adventure with the coyote, getting all battered and scratched until its rightful owner found it. A snake. Alright, so in this video, we've got this guy who decides to take a picture in the woods. He sets up the camera and steps back to get the perfect shot. Little did he know, while he's crouching down for the pic, a sneaky snake drops down from above and scares the living daylights out of him. In a panic, he chucks the snake away and runs for his dear life. A bear on rope. A cool video of a big black bear in Canada was captured by the Garrett Bros Outfitting YouTube channel back in 2013. The bear was determined to reach a hanging beaver that was out of its grasp. So it showed off its strength and athletic skills by climbing a tree and hanging from a rope. Despite its best efforts, the bear couldn't reach the beaver and ended up falling down. It gave up on its meal in the end. A trespassing bear. In this funny incident, a bear trespassed onto someone's property at night and tried to snack on some chickens. It attempted to break into the chicken coop, but got startled by a strange voice and decided to run away as fast as possible. Turns out, the owner, Haley, woke up in the middle of the night and shouted at the bear from a window to scare it off. Witch in a graveyard. While exploring a graveyard in Hungary, a guy who was researching ghosts and unusual artifacts came across a spooky encounter. He stumbled upon necklaces made from human teeth and an abandoned graveyard. To his surprise, he discovered a goth-looking woman, possibly a witch, hiding in the area. Instead of running away, he shouted at her, causing her to gather her things and flee. The guy tried to chase after her into the forest, but suddenly fell to the ground as if something was holding his feet down. A cult. This next video is seriously eerie. So imagine a car driving along a dark road at night, right? Suddenly, out of nowhere, a bunch of guys dressed like, guess who? Charlie Chaplin. Yeah, I know, weird, right? Anyway, what's even creepier is when they all stop to peek into the car, and then there's this mysterious light in the background. Oh, and there's this one guy wearing a mask too. Two babies. So there's this cute bear cub named Boog, and guess what he finds in his living room? A baby deer is just chilling there. At first, Boog is kinda careful, slowly approaching the little deer. But the deer is like, nah, I'm not interested, and ignores Boog's attempts to be buddies. But you know what? Boog doesn't give up. He's patient and keeps trying until he finally wins her over. And then they have this adorable little encounter. Who says animals can't be friends, right? A bear. So you know how bears are usually all fluffy and adorable? Well, let me tell you, don't invade their personal space, my friend. They can get pretty feisty. In this video, we've got a little bear who stumbled upon a trail camera. And boy, oh boy, he wasn't having any of it. He went crazy shaking and wiggling that camera until it broke. I mean, it's hilarious to watch, but I kind of feel sorry for the poor camera. Vanished baby. So picture this, a baby girl sitting in her crib minding her own business. And then, out of nowhere in just 2 seconds, a hand comes in and snatches the baby away. Vanished, just like that. It's super creepy, especially when you slow down the video. All you can see is this scary looking hand slipping through the crib's back and grabbing the baby. Some people might think it's fake, but if you look closely, there's no visible editing. A brave cat. Check out this funny video where a cat saves a little boy from a dog who's trying to play rough. The dog grabs the boy's leg, but the clever cat kicks the dog hard. Then the boy's mom rushes in to help while the fearless cat scares the dog away. It just goes to show that cats can be protectors too, and dogs aren't always the only ones looking out for us. Caught in the act. This not-so-smart thief thought he could take a trail camera from the woods, but guess what? It was securely attached to a tree. He pulled and tugged with all his might, but couldn't budge it. Eventually, he gave up and left the camera hanging upside down. Now he's become an internet sensation for all the wrong reasons. So, remember kids, crime doesn't pay, especially when you end up being the laughingstock of the internet. Witch performing fire ritual. Back in 1970, a German journalist named Ralph Olsen captured some really spooky footage while traveling in Africa. He stumbled upon a shaman in a rural area who was performing a magic ritual to connect with spirits. The witch lived in the hills and started by creating a ring of fire. As her followers chanted, she slowly levitated off the ground and then came back down. This happened multiple times. When the journalist shared the footage, people in the broadcasting community made fun of him, ruining his reputation. A pixie. You know those little fairy-like creatures called pixies? Well, they're mostly from mythology, but there have been times when people saw things that made them think otherwise. This video shows exactly what pixies might look like if they were real. Imagine a tiny being popping its head out of a mountain cave. It seemed like it was checking out the man filming it. It only stayed for a few seconds before disappearing back into the cave. A strange hiding creature. This guy was exploring the jungle, being all adventurous when he stumbled upon a cave. Of course, he couldn't resist going in to check it out. But guess what? He found something he never expected. A creepy creature crawling towards him in the dark. Talk about a heart-pounding moment. He ran out of there as fast as his feet could carry him. We still don't know what that thing was, but it definitely wasn't Spider-Man. A levitating girl. So this Russian guy was out walking in the woods with his dog, having a nice stroll. Suddenly, his dog stopped listening to him and started barking at something. That's when the guy decided to point his camera in that direction. And guess what? He recorded something that shocked not only him, but the whole world. There was a woman with a child, but instead of standing or running like normal humans, the child was floating in the air, and the woman was just staring at her. As soon as they noticed someone nearby, they both ran away. A close call. Imagine a man was having a great time hiking in the mountains, feeling all one with nature. But guess what? His peaceful adventure took a wild turn when he realized he was being chased by a mountain lion. Can you imagine the adrenaline rush? He ran for his life as soon as he saw and heard the lion following him. Luckily, he scared the lion away with a mighty roar. A mermaid skeleton. So there's this video that popped up showing what they say is a mermaid skeleton found on a hidden beach. The footage showed a skull that looked like a human and some tailbones. But wait a minute, before you get all worked up, turns out it's not as legit as it seemed. The whole thing is pretty suspicious, and people quickly dismiss the bones as a hoax. A scary road. In the deep forest, there's this creepy road surrounded by tall trees. The moonlight makes the shadows look really spooky on the ground. All of a sudden, a camera starts recording, and it catches something super scary. You can hear strange noises getting louder and closer, like something unknown is coming. It becomes clear that whatever is making those sounds isn't human. The camera shows these creepy figures moving really fast between the trees, and their eyes glow in the dark, giving you the chills. Woman turns into fire. This old video that's been floating around the internet for years. The interesting thing about it is that people still can't figure out if it's real or fake. The story goes that there was this woman up to no good, and when the locals confronted her, she escaped by transforming into fire and flying away. Pretty wild, huh? The Death Circle. This eerie video was captured by a guy who stepped outside his house and spotted a bunch of turkeys acting strangely. These turkeys were going round and round a dead cat lying on the road. When it went viral, everyone was baffled. But we've got the explanation for you. Researchers say that turkeys mistook the cat for a threat, so they began investigating. Since turkeys tend to stick together, when one started circling, the rest followed, creating this weird loop we now call the Death Circle. A super goat. Have you ever seen a super buff goat? If you haven't, we're about to show you something awesome. So this guy was out hiking in the mountains, just enjoying nature and all that. And guess what he stumbled upon? This seriously ripped goat. He knew he had to capture it on his phone and share it with everyone. And guess what? The video went crazy viral on Twitter, racking up a whopping 4 million views. People couldn't help but be amazed by the goat's incredible physique. An unknown animal. It's small like a squirrel, but its face is more like a monkey, you know? A farmer caught it on camera while wandering around the woods, but we're clueless about what it actually is. If any of you have any bright ideas, let us in on the secret, okay? An alien. It's a bit fuzzy and low res, but what it captures is absolutely unbelievable. Picture this: a creature with a head shaped like a hammer suddenly pops up on a camper's roof, screams its lungs out, and then vanishes into thin air. Some folks thought it resembled a dog, while others said a monkey, but honestly, it didn't look like any of those critters to us. So what the heck was it? Nobody knows. Ghost bike. A bike going on its own when the riders fall off of them in the race is one thing, and a park bike that just decides to change its place while no one else is around is something on another level. And that's exactly what this bike did. It was peacefully standing at a side, but then it looked like the bike got bored and thought it should go stand somewhere else. So it did exactly that. Was it a ghost doing that? Or was it some other factor? Do let me know what you guys think. An unknown being. At first, I thought it was just a large beaver, but then it started moving, and that was just as weird as anything can be. This video was recorded by a man from a very safe distance. It even looked like the creature didn't even notice someone recording it, or maybe it did and just wanted to move away. Still, the fact that the creature didn't attack the man and went on its way is something to be considered here. Something on the road. These men were just having fun on their way home. One of their friends even started walking on his own and didn't sit in the car. But after a minute, they saw him running back towards the car, all terrified. And as the car moved forward, everyone could see why that was. A weird creature sat on the road, crawling creepily towards one side. What was that? No one could tell. Just an animal stuck in a bush or something else. A creature in hiding. Let's say you're sitting in your classroom and you feel that someone is watching you. As you look up, you see these two eyes peeping out. This is exactly what happened to this guy, and these eyes look really scary if you ask me. If I were there, I would have just made a run for it no matter what I was doing. A UFO. What's scarier than a volcanic eruption? A UFO on top of the eruption happening. And this is what this video shows us all. God knows what these aliens are thinking. Or are they hiding something in there? We're not sure. But do let us know what you guys think. Two ghost buddies. This man was going through the camera's recordings for some purpose, but what he saw there was just too terrifying not to share on the internet. As the minutes pass, we see two figures emerging from the right side of the screen. It looked like a big man who was holding the other one, which looked like an animal or something. What exactly were those? No one could tell. All we have is this recording and 100 questions. A merman. Was it a mermaid or a merman? It's pretty confusing because it looked like both, but it's creepy as hell, and there's no confusion in that. It was recorded by a man who uploaded it anonymously, so we're not sure about the origins. But to people who saw it, it looked more like a sea monster or alien than a mermaid. What do you guys think? An unknown critter. Some friends thought it'd be a good idea to go check out an abandoned house, which was also famous for being haunted. Upon going inside, they examined everything, including the pool area and other areas, when they heard creepy noises. As the camera moved towards the direction of the voices, a weird creature came into view, half sitting on the roof. As soon as it spotted the guys, it moved onto the roof, and that's when the men ran out of the house, and the video ended. A dragon. If you think dragons only exist in movies, you will find yourself having second thoughts after watching this clip. It shows a huge dragon-like creature flying in the sky. Apparently, it was recorded somewhere in England and left viewers in shock considering its size. Do you think it's real or just a fake? Don't forget to let us know in the comments. Aliens. This video was recorded on a trail camera in 2019 in Brazil. While the man said his camera had never before captured something so strange, it was an alien-like figure that appeared this time on it. The creature looked like it was trying to inspect the camera and what it does. However, some people also claim that the alien was later caught by the authorities, but they never told anyone about it. Someone in the cave. A woman was out there exploring the mountains when she decided to go inside a cave she saw and inspect it thoroughly. A short while after going deeper into the cave, she saw a weird white creature. The figure seemed very odd. It appeared to be scaling the walls or something and did not come near the woman, even though she stood there for a few minutes. What exactly was that? Well, there's no answer to that. A ghost man. This guy, let's call him a mystery man or a superhero, doesn't really matter what you label him because his moves are straight up mind-blowing. He zooms around at super speed, grabs that little girl and whisks her away to safety in just a few seconds. Anyone who watches that video is left dumbfounded by his sudden burst of courage. But before you can even wrap your head around what just went down, the hero's already vanished into thin air, leaving everyone in awe and wondering what the heck just happened. Hellhound. Now let's talk about hellhounds. These supernatural dogs are supposed to guard the gates of hell. Ancient Greece had stories about them, including one about a three-headed dog named Cerberus. Legend has it that if you look into its eyes 3 times or more, you'll drop dead on the spot. In this video from the TV show Mountain Monsters, they claim to have captured a real-life hellhound. The host interviewed a guy who said he caught the elusive creature on tape. The footage shows a black 4-legged beast. People all over the world are going crazy over it, wondering if this video is legit or not. Billy. You know those mythical creatures called centaurs? They're like humans with a horse's body. Well, check out this newborn goat from Argentina. It has a face that looks human. When the folks in the town saw it, they thought something magical must have been involved in its birth. Some say it's just a weird birth defect, but most people are calling it a real-life centaur. We've seen some bizarre animal videos on the internet, but nothing quite like this goat with a human-like face. Montauk Monster. In July 2008 in New York, 2 friends were out to take a walk along the shore, not knowing what was about to come next. Lying a few feet away was a dead creature that no one had ever seen before. It was the size of a small dog, a beak like a chicken, and a tail again like a dog. It was hairless but had small patches of hair on it. They posted the picture they took later on the internet, and everyone was left shocked with not even a single person giving a logical explanation. No reflection. At first, everything seems normal, but then you'll notice something strange happening. Customers start leaving the store one by one. The first person's reflection can be seen in the big mirror on the wall, along with a woman sitting nearby. But when a man in a black suit walks by the mirror, there's no reflection at all. What's going on here? Watch the video and see for yourself. It's a real mystery that'll make you wonder what's really happening. Cyclops. You know that Cyclops from the Hercules movie, right? That big one-eyed dude who helped Zeus kick some Titan butt? Well, guess what? There's an actual one-eyed Cyclops goat in India, and we're all wondering how it's still alive. You'd expect that giant eye to give it supervision compared to the other goats. But sadly, it's just a deformity. The locals even think this goat's eye has some mythical powers. So now they're worshipping it and all. Crazy, huh? A grandpa. This video shows an old man and a young kid walking together. Clearly the old man is the kid's grandpa. Out of nowhere, a super fast figure zooms towards them, just seconds before a rock comes crashing down right where they were standing. This speedy figure swiftly moves them out of danger. Who or what could this mysterious figure be? Is it a guardian angel or something else entirely? This video leaves us with so many questions and makes us think about all the possibilities. Check it out. A cat. Have you ever seen something that's totally weird and makes no sense? Check out this video I found on a home security camera in Austin, Texas. So there's this cat walking up the path, and when it gets to a spot with light, boom, it just disappears out of nowhere. What in the world could have caused that? Was it some kind of light trick, or did the cat actually vanish? This video is like a peek into the unknown, making us wonder what the heck really happened. A possessed baby. Now get ready for one of the freakiest and most confusing things you'll ever witness. Imagine a baby's room at night. Nothing out of the ordinary, right? Well, hold on tight, because things get seriously bizarre. Out of the blue, the baby in the crib decides to climb up the side of the railings, and wait for it. The baby actually bounces on top of the railing for a crazy 22 seconds. It's like a scene from a horror flick. But guess what? It's all caught on a nanny cam. This whole situation is just too strange and creepy. It sends chills down your spine as you watch. A creepy baby. So there's this dad recording his adorable son, just doing his usual playful thing. Everything seems normal until the baby looks away from the mirror and turns towards the camera. And that's when things get a little spooky. When the baby looks into the camera, the reflection in the mirror is slow to catch up. It's like something or someone is messing with the reflection, you know? This video with the delayed reflection is gonna give you the creeps and make you question if what you saw was real. What's your take on what's really happening here? Bigfoot. Okay, so these two kids are out exploring the jungle, right? They got their camera with them and suddenly, boom, they stumble upon something mind-blowing. Guess what? They actually caught footage of Bigfoot wandering around. And let me tell you, this creature is huge. I mean, it's like nothing you've ever seen before. The way it swings its arms is kind of familiar, like a gorilla, but also different. It's like Bigfoot thinks it's alone, you know, like nobody's watching. Baby owls. Let's check out this video of two baby owls that look like they're from another planet. Their big round eyes and strange movements are so captivating. It's like they're taking in everything around them and trying to figure it all out. It's a really cool peek into the lives of these unique creatures, and a reminder that nature always has surprises in store. A creepy cat. Now, there's this video of a cat doing the weirdest things ever. It stands on its back legs, walks to the table, somehow grows bigger, and then just stands there. It's honestly so bizarre, I can't even explain what's happening. Even if you watch it in reverse, it's still super creepy. Check it out for yourself. Magnapinna squid. Have you ever heard of the Magnapinna squid? It's a super mysterious and sneaky creature that hangs out in the deep ocean, especially near the Mariana Trench. What makes it really creepy is its crazy long and skinny arms, which can be 10 times longer than its body. And get this, it even has fins sticking out from its body. So when you put it all together, this squid is basically a nightmare come to life. It's hardly ever been spotted, so scientists don't know much about it. It's like a secret from the deep sea. Night crawlers. Ever heard of these things called night crawlers or soul walkers? They're these creepy yet strangely calming creatures, man. So there's this video from 2011 in California, and it shows these two stick-like figures casually strolling through the woods. You know, it's almost like they're a ghost family. One looks like a baby ghost, and the other might be a ghost mom or dad. It's actually quite peaceful and serene, and I really hope they were able to continue their nighttime wanderings without any disturbances, you know? Trail cams can turn out to be the ultimate ghost catchers, if put out there for long times. From two siblings who went behind a creepy thing to someone attacking another trail cam, here are the times when unknown things were captured on trail cams. A shadow. While a trail cam was at its usual work, something strange happened. A shadow of some creature appeared on the left side, and then it seemed like the creature went away without coming in front of the camera. The shadow remained unidentified, even by the authorities, with some people wondering if it could be Bigfoot, while others suggested it might be a bear or a gorilla. A weird creature. While the man was trying to catch some fish to take home, he saw a weird creature swimming around in the water. It was unlike anything he had ever seen before, so he decided to capture it on camera and show it to others. Upon seeing the footage, people couldn't identify any animal that resembled this creature. The eyes, the skin color, what kind of fish could it be? Or is it the sea monster people have been talking about? Creepy siblings. At first we see two little kids going somewhere. The fact that it was recorded on a trail cam at a very late hour is in itself pretty creepy. Then we see a weird creature behind the bushes signaling for them to come near. Who were those two kids? Where did they come from? And why did they go near that thing? These are some of the questions everyone asked after watching the clip, but no one provided any answers. a ghost. Out in the woods, two friends were with their dogs when they happened to capture a real ghost while filming their cute little doggo. The ghost boy appears in the top left corner of the screen and then vanishes into thin air in a second. The boys mentioned that they had been going into the woods for quite some time and had never seen anything like that before. Hungry eyes. This motion-activated trail cam was triggered when a bear came nearby, and as the flashlight turned on, the bear's eyes turned into two glowing eyes. The bear seemed pretty annoyed by the light and appeared to be saying something before it went off screen after a few minutes. Regardless of what others say, those two hungry eyes are the most terrifying, especially if it was a person there rather than the camera. Bath time. Eagles are usually caught on camera fighting each other or hunting snakes, or things like that. It is rather unusual to see an eagle enjoying a relaxing bath with no one around. The footage was recorded on a trail camera in 2022, and perhaps the temperature was a little too much for the eagle to deviate from its usual routine and have a nice bath first. Piebald fawn. For those who don't know, piebald deer are deer that have blotches of white coloration on portions of their hide that are usually dark in color, and they are quite rare to encounter in the wild. However, this trail camera succeeded in capturing one in 2021, and the owner was just too happy and excited not to share it online. Of course, he had to let others know about it. An attack on trail camera. This video was recently recorded on May 17, 2023, and showed a creature attacking the trail camera, which was doing nothing to offend that thing so much. When uploaded online, people said that it must be a Sasquatch, as the creature made sure the camera did not catch its face or anything, and kept attacking it from the left side. Turkey vulture rice. Vultures are known for being epic scavengers, but what this trail camera recorded was a little unusual and somewhat terrifying. These two turkey vultures were spotted having a fight, which did not last long, but looked just as deadly as anything can be. With such a short clip, we couldn't get the whole view or any kind of context as to why these two were having a fight. A surprise. A man who set up a trail camera in different places in the woods near his home decided to have a little surprise for all the animals. He put bunny bears everywhere, and then waited until the animals came and had little interactions with the bunnies. The raccoons loved it, porcupines loved it, and even bears loved their gift. They all had cute little interactions with the gift the man had given them. A ghost dog. This 7-second long video shows a girl having fun with her dog, and the guy recording them. But was that a dog that was following her? And was it the same dog that appeared from the right side? This might be the most confusing clip I have ever seen. And yeah, it does look like the dog that was following her at first might be a ghost dog. Or was that a glitch in the Matrix? Goblin cat. Cats come in many different shapes and sizes, but this one truly is very unique and weirder than all others. The long legs and the small face. Is it some kind of disease the cat has, or is it something else? People call it the goblin cat and think that it was a result of some kind of genetic mutation. And considering the things that have been happening these days, anything can be possible. Batman. What will happen if you're going somewhere and you see this sitting on a tree branch right in front of you? Won't you be scared as hell? Well, so were these people who actually saw it. And as soon as the car from which they were recording went near, the creature flew away. Now, I know most of you would say it is fake, but let's say it's not. Wouldn't that be frightening? Alien. This woman was out in the woods when she heard weird noises. Curious, she had to go see what it was. So she turned her camera on and went towards the place the noises were coming from. And that is when this creature appeared from behind the tree. Was it an alien, or was it someone in a weird alien costume? No one could tell, as the video abruptly ended without us reaching any conclusions. Teleportation. Two friends were out at night having a little walk in the neighborhood when they were caught on a nearby CCTV camera. A second passed, and we see one of the friends vanishing from the scene. It happened like in alien movies where the cows get teleported by the aliens. The other friend seemed pretty oblivious to what had just happened, which led us to think that the video might be fake. Still, nothing is for sure. a creepy boy. A couple had been hearing scary noises from the house every night, so they decided to install Ring cameras everywhere. And one night, they recorded this, a creepy doll walking around in the hallway, and then in the bedroom as well. The doll's arms moved in the creepiest way possible, and the video ended with the doll entering the bedroom and kind of sensing the camera. What happened afterward? Nobody knows. Skinwalker. Ever wondered what animals do when no one is looking at them? Well, this huge goat walking in the most terrifying way will answer that for you. It must have thought that no humans were nearby, so it started walking like that, on its back legs going towards the other goats. It looks like something straight out of hell. What do you guys think? A close call. This guy was out in the wilderness filming a video, just minding his own business, when all of a sudden, he sees something bolting towards him like a bat out of hell. And guess what? It's a freaking mountain lion! Yeah, you heard me right. This guy is staring down a big, wild apex predator. But you know what's even crazier? He manages to narrowly escape like a boss. This dude had a seriously close call.
No, you taste, dude.
But he lives to tell the tale, and we're all glad he made it out in one piece. Weird creature in woods. Well, on their routine bike ride along steep tracks, a group of bikers encountered a terrifying experience that would haunt them forever. As they ventured deeper into the forest, a strange humanoid creature suddenly emerged from the side of the track and quickly started running away. The sight of the creature caused one of the bikers to lose control and fall off his bike. Shocked, the biker with the camera attempted to chase after the creature, but to his surprise, it vanished into thin air, leaving him bewildered. An unusual friendship. An incredible video aired on an Indian news channel featuring the most mind-blowing thing ever. A leopard visited a cow every night, and they had their own secret friendship going on while the humans snoozed. Upon investigation, it was discovered that the cow had taken care of the leopard when it was a baby, and now the leopard was not ready to let go of its caregiver. How sweet is that? A dinosaur. Even though the video is made by an amateur and we don't know who made it, it's perfect for our list. Can you imagine that there's a pterosaur flying in the sky? We know about pterosaurs because of fossils in movies, but we can't see them anymore. But some lucky people saw one and filmed it. I'm happy we have the video. Do you think it's real or just for attention? An embarrassed gator. Most folks would bolt to the side of an alligator, but not these guys. This couple not only keeps one as a pet, but also knows how to make it blush. When the gator struggled to chomp down some grub, it got bashful and decided to give up and take a dip in the water instead. Aw, poor fella. Well, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates related to our latest videos.
Dude, what is that? Let's get the hell out of here. I'm not getting near that.
We all do crazy stuff when we think nobody is watching us. And this is the case with every living being on Earth. From tiny aliens, suspected UFOs and guardian angels, to weird sea creatures and mountain witches. Let's start today's journey where a camera captured what no one was supposed to see. Man vanished. This Ring camera recorded a man walking on the street at night, but just after a few seconds, he appeared to have vanished in thin air. It was in the middle of the camera's view, so we cannot say that he may have walked to the edge of the view. Now, how did this happen and who exactly was the man? This answer remained unknown as the woman whose camera recorded it said she had never seen him before. Fish crossing road. A year ago, people in Washington saw this weird phenomena happening. A number of fishes were seen crossing the road. Just like you and me, they were all so shocked to see how these salmon fishes were showing this unusual behavior. However, this scenario is the result of the river flooding. What you're seeing are salmon going from a field that they've been washed into, back across the road to get back into the river to continue their journey. This doesn't happen very often, but when it does, some salmon that get washed out do this to make it back. A flipping spider. What you're seeing right here is a spider which is newly discovered. When the researchers saw it for the first time flip-flopping its way through the desert, they were astonished. At first, it was thought that something might have triggered such behavior. However, later it was observed that this was a new species, and this spider was unlike all the others, and it only does its cartwheeling when trying to get away from a predator. Dog walks on water. We don't know what this dog was thinking, but he sure did surprise all the humans with his supernatural ability to walk on the water. Every single person in the party was just left shaken. It almost seems like something out of the movie The Secret Life of Pets. Do you think it could be based on a true story? Talking Raven. Ravens are incredible beings and are considered to be one of the smartest birds. But one quality of theirs makes them more special than anyone else, and that is the way they can imitate human voices.
Hi. Hi. Good bird.
For instance, this clip shows a couple recording a raven perched on a stone, then try to make the bird imitate them, but at first, it doesn't seem to care. But then, all of a sudden, the raven starts repeating what they say.
You alright, man? I'm alright, you alright?
It even says, "I'm alright."
I'm alright, you alright? You alright? I'm alright.
A poop fest. If you think penguins are just fluffy birds just walking here and there in the coldest regions on the Earth, well, you're wrong, because these penguins are actually having way more fun than any of us. Just that their style of having fun is a little unusual, because what they do love is to poop over one another. Now, I know, it might sound gross and you might go all ew hearing this, but they enjoy it a lot. And who are we to judge, right? Elephant steals food. Humans and animals have been living together for decades, and this year-long relation has led to us understanding each other pretty much. For instance, take the elephant as an example. Years and years after passing the same road, he has come to know that a truck passes the same road every day with lots of sugarcane. So, what did the elephant decide to do? He decided to take a shortcut to get food and steal from the truck whenever he gets the chance to. Ice balls. These tourists were out looking and admiring the natural beauty when one of them discovered this strange thing happening. He found a waterfall where the water was turning into perfectly round ice balls.
Ice balls.
Don't they just look perfect? And if you're thinking of hitting a friend with it, don't play with them or use them as weapons because they'll hurt. A strong bug. Bugs are often thought of as tiny creatures that anyone can easily squash, aren't they? However, this particular bug defies that stereotype and proves that size doesn't always equate to weakness. Its grip was one of the most powerful I have ever seen, clinging to the machine with an unyielding force that seemed to say, "Go ahead and try to break free." Isn't that truly remarkable? A grateful kangaroo. This kangaroo was stuck and had come to the conclusion that he cannot do anything about his situation and needs the help of humans. That is why he did not resist or punch the men who came to help him. Instead, after getting saved and safely on the land, he stood there, calmly waiting for the humans to shake his hand.
Oh, he's thanking ya.
Such bizarre creatures. Not especially friendly, but impossible not to love. A sea lion. So this photographer thought she'd get some cool shots of these seals up close by laying low on the ground. But one of the seals spotted her and decided to check out what's going on. Next thing you know, this huge baby elephant seal is flopping over to investigate. And before she knows it, she's getting squished. Apparently, the seal weighed over 100 kilograms. But the best part is, she and her husband couldn't stop laughing even though she was flattened like a pancake. Meerkats. Have you seen this video where a photographer was trying to capture some pictures of meerkats in their natural habitat? Well, the meerkats were not too happy being ignored, and they decided to check out the photographer instead. They climbed up on his head, back, and even his camera. These moments were called magic moments by the BBC, and we totally get why. Cartwheeling dolphin. This video features a man showing off his cartwheeling skills in front of a dolphin enclosure. At first, one curious dolphin tried to imitate him, but gave up after one attempt. But then another dolphin arrived and was totally into it. She mimicked every single cartwheel the man did, as if she was trying to impress him. I mean, who knew? Maybe the dolphin did get a crush on the man, right?
This is so cool. This is... Oh my god.
Chimp washing cloth. Be it monkeys, chimps, or gorillas, they are all said to be the most intelligent animals on Earth. And they imitate humans almost perfectly. For instance, see this one chimp who was recorded by a camera washing a cloth. Then it cleaned its hands and face with it. The caretakers had no idea where the animal had picked up this habit. According to them, no one ever did anything like that in front of the chimp. But then, where did he learn that? Lion and deer. Take a look at this unlikely pair taking a leisurely walk through the woods. It's a lion and a deer. Can you imagine? This trail cam clip is truly special, considering lions are notorious predators and rulers of the jungle. Yet here we witness a deer fearlessly following a lion, as if they're old chums or something. Who knows what really happens in the animal world? But one thing is certain, this video is guaranteed to brighten your day and put a smile on your face. A caecilian. What you're seeing right here might look like a worm to you, but just look at its fang-type teeth and the whole head. This is not a worm, folks. It is called a caecilian, and these are amphibians. Yup, just like frogs. They just lack arms and legs. But as they lack, their nature made them the only amphibians to have fangs. Fishing cat. Have you ever heard of a fishing cat? No, it's not a cat that likes to go fishing with a rod and reel. These adorable felines are the only ones in the world that specialize in catching fish. While other cats may nibble on a fish occasionally, these guys are pros at it. Found in South Asia, fishing cats are known for their unique hunting style. They dive face first into the water to ambush their prey. Turtle helps turtle. This video shows two turtles hanging out together, when suddenly one of them flips over and can't get back on its feet. But what happens next is truly heartwarming. The other turtle comes to the rescue and uses its head to push and help the struggling one roll back over. This behavior has been seen among turtles a lot of times. When one rolls over the other, one comes running to help. Chimp sweeps floor. This amazing chimp was seen sweeping the floor in his cage with a broom. It's incredible, right? According to his caretaker, the chimp learned this behavior by simply watching them sweep the floor. Apparently, she's usually the one cleaning up the enclosure, but this clever chimp decided to lend a hand. A friendly deer. This man was sitting in the woods minding his own business when this little guy decided to come up to him and give some company. What did he want in return? Just some scratches under his neck. That is all the payment needed for such nice company. And look at that cute face. Smart fish. Every time I hear about catfish, they're always doing something wild. Now in India, these slippery swimmers are taking to land and learning how to walk. Don't they have enough space in the vast ocean? Apparently not, as they venture onto land in search of grub. I don't know about you, but to me it's kind of freaky to see so many of them scurrying about. What a strange sight. Sloths. If you thought sloths were nothing but lazy critters, prepare to have your mind blown. Because it turns out they can move pretty darn fast when they want to. I mean, check out the footage of those little guys attacking those humans with lightning speed. Honestly, it's probably best to give them their space and let them do their sloth thing without disturbing them. Who knew these seemingly laid-back animals had such a surprising burst of energy in them? Weird creature in woods. While on their routine bike ride along steep tracks, a group of bikers encountered a terrifying experience that would haunt them forever. As they ventured deeper into the forest, a strange humanoid creature suddenly emerged from the side of the track and quickly started running away. The sight of the creature caused one of the bikers to lose control and fall off his bike. Shocked, the biker with the camera attempted to chase after the creature, but to his surprise, it vanished into thin air, leaving him bewildered. A friendly seal. As Vincent Vajera was enjoying a leisurely fishing trip off the coast of California, he got an unexpected visitor, a friendly seal who decided to hop aboard his kayak. Initially, Vincent was a bit startled, but he quickly realized that the seal just wanted a hug. The adorable creature snuggled up to Vincent and refused to leave, creating a heartwarming moment that was caught on camera.
Here's my new friend. He jumped aboard out at the bridge.
Despite several attempts to coax the seal back into the water, the little guy just wanted to stay and hang out with his new friends. A mermaid. Check out this crazy footage captured by some guys in Israel. They managed to catch what looks like a real-life mermaid on camera. The quality isn't great, but you can totally see the creature chilling on a rock before diving back into the water when it notices the guys creeping up.
What is that? Oh my god! What is that?
Do you think this thing was the real deal or just some kind of hoax? We want to hear your thoughts. A beluga whale's crush. If you think you're the only one crushing hard on all those Korean oppas, well, you're wrong, because it isn't just us humans, but these beluga whales too who love Korean men. This beluga whale has such a big crush on her trainer that it refuses to kiss anyone else but him. And waits all day for just him to come to her and play with her. The other two males have to be separated from her because they like her so much that she finds them annoying. A close call. This guy was out in the wilderness filming a video, just minding his own business, when all of a sudden, he sees something bolting towards him like a bat out of hell. And guess what? It's a freaking mountain lion! Yeah, you heard me right. This guy is staring down a big, wild apex predator. But you know what's even crazier? He manages to narrowly escape like a boss. This dude had a seriously close call.
No, you face, dude.
But he lives to tell the tale, and we're all glad he made it out in one piece. Woman helps kangaroo. This little guy had his hands burnt in a forest fire and didn't know what to do. So he came to the humans for help. And lucky for him, this kind woman was there to lend a hand. It's incredible how calm and trusting the kangaroo is while the woman tends to his wounds. Bear chases snowboarder. So this girl was snowboarding as usual, but then something unexpected happened to her. She was singing a song while getting on her board, and once ready, she started riding. Suddenly, she noticed a glimpse of a bear chasing her from behind, but she didn't fully comprehend what was going on. Thankfully, the girl was quick enough to escape the bear and unknowingly saved her life. A weird creature. This weird little thing was recorded deep underwater, transforming into different shapes. The researchers, the people on the internet, in fact, every single person who saw this was shocked to his core, wondering what this creature could have been and what other superpowers it might hold. Can this be an alien? I mean, I can't help but wonder, you know? An unusual friendship. An incredible video aired on an Indian news channel featuring the most mind-blowing thing ever. A leopard visited a cow every night, and they had their own secret friendship going on while the humans snoozed. Upon investigation, it was discovered that the cow had taken care of the leopard when it was a baby, and now the leopard was not ready to let go of its caregiver. How sweet is that? A bizarre fish. So these scientists saw a super weird fish and were totally confused. But then something crazy happened. The fish suddenly shrunk its mouth down really fast, and everyone was shocked. It turns out that the fish is called a gulper eel, and it has a special kind of mouth that can puff up to eat big things. This fish is really interesting because of its cool mouth and the way it moves around. Overall, it's pretty amazing. A mouse deer. The secrets hidden in the deep forest seems endless, and we never know what we might find. Recently, a trail camera in Vietnam caught a glimpse of a rare two-tone mouse deer that scientists thought had vanished 30 years ago. It was strolling around leisurely as if it owned the place. It's amazing that some of these unique animals have managed to escape hunters and predators, giving them a chance to flourish in their natural environment. Flying snakes. Have you ever heard of flying snakes? Yeah, you heard that right. Flying snakes. A viral video making the rounds on the internet recently showed these slithering creatures taking to the skies. But don't worry, they're not flapping their wings or anything. They're actually gliding through the air. These incredible creatures, known as Chrysopelia, have the ability to contort their bodies and flatten their ribs to cover a significant distance after launching themselves into the air. It's an amazing feat that allows them to travel between trees with ease. Who knew snakes could fly? A pelican. This pelican was recorded by a man trying to eat a capybara. I mean, we know and I know that he knows that the capybara is too big for him, but no, that won't stop him from doing that. And then he is just left all embarrassed because he did not succeed. A dinosaur. Even though the video is made by an amateur and we don't know who made it, it's perfect for our list. Can you imagine that there's a pterosaur flying in the sky? We know about pterosaurs because of fossils in movies, but we can't see them anymore. But some lucky people saw one and filmed it. I'm happy we have the video. Do you think it's real or just for attention? An embarrassed gator. Most folks would bolt to the side of an alligator, but not these guys. This couple not only keeps one as a pet, but also knows how to make it blush. When the gator struggled to chomp down some grub, it got bashful and decided to give up and take a dip in the water instead. Aw, poor fella. Lazy ducks. A group of folks caught some ducks being super chill. Even when the water dragged them toward the brink, they were like, nah, whatever. Everyone was freaked out, but little did they know that these feathered friends were just messing around. As soon as they got close to the edge, they flapped their wings and flew to safety. Sneaky ducks. Crab builds its house. Check out this super cool video of a crab making its very own sand and water home. It's not every day you get to see something so unique and amazing, and it's mind-blowing to watch how the crab constructs its shelter with such accuracy and speed. By building its cozy little house, the crab can keep itself safe and hidden from any danger lurking around. Deer eating squirrel. Have you ever noticed that when people think no one is watching, they tend to do the most bizarre things? Well, apparently the same goes for deer too. Recently, I witnessed a deer chowing down on a meaty snack when it thought no humans or cameras were around to catch it in the act. This made me rethink my whole perception of deer. I used to think of them as peaceful, grass-eating creatures that kept to themselves, but now I'm not so sure. A baby dinosaur. Apparently, a baby dinosaur or something that looks like it was spotted running around the city on CCTV footage. It's got us all wondering, could it be possible that dinosaurs still exist? I mean, how crazy would that be? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think it's legit or just a prank? Swimming gator. Whether it's alligators or crocodiles, we've always seen them as fierce predators. But have you ever wondered what these reptiles do when they think no one's watching? Well, picture this. A gator lazily floating around in a pool, seemingly enjoying the refreshing water. It's almost like they're having a chill moment, just vibing with themselves. Seeing them like this, it's hard not to find them kinda cute, right? Red crab's migration. On Christmas Island in the Indian Ocean, a spectacular natural phenomenon takes place every year. Millions of red crabs embark on an epic journey from the forest to the coast to mate. This journey begins during the rainy season and is protected by park rangers who block off roads and construct temporary fences along the migration path. As the crabs reach the coast, they engage in a frenzied mating ritual before the females lay up to 10,000 eggs each. The island becomes a sea of red as the crabs cover the landscape, creating a breathtaking and unforgettable sight. A witch. This spooky video was recorded in Mexico in 2006. You can see a mysterious figure flying through the sky on a broomstick. Some people think it's a witch. The locals have been talking about these witches for ages, but nobody had any proof until this footage was taken. The witch's flight looks a bit shaky, so maybe she's a new witch still practicing her flying skills. The subscriber's pick. This image was taken from a video which shows some researchers doing something strange. You can see a group of people dressed in white and yellow on a deserted beach. They seem to be picking up something from the ground and putting it on a stretcher before taking it away. And of course, we can even see the tail of a creature in the video, which only points in one direction. A mermaid! How crazy is that? Adorable wolves. Wolves are always considered to be the ferocious, the dangerous, the stay-away type animals. But these wolves, I don't want to stay away from them. Looking at the way they're all cuddling and kissing each other, don't they look like the most adorable beings right here? What do you guys think? A ghost. Let's check out this clip caught on a home security camera outside a house. You can hear faint footsteps before a blurry figure appears and moves across the screen. Since the video quality is poor, it's hard to make out any details. Is it a prowler or could it be something paranormal? Upon closer inspection, the figure seems to briefly disappear when it reaches the center of the screen. This leaves us wondering if it's just a camera glitch, or if there's something more sinister going on. A chupacabra. These two men kept hearing strange voices from their backyard, and eventually decided to go check. But what they did not know was that they were in for a surprise. A huge monster was seen running to hide from them, but that did not stop the friends there. They had to go check, and that is when we see the terrifying face. The video ends right there, so let's just hope both of them are okay. An alien. The folks who were used to discovering fishes on the shore were taken aback when they stumbled upon a strange human-like creature that had washed upon the beach. It appeared to be a miniature version of a human, with a slimy coating all over its body and small limbs. The more they examined it, the more it mystified them, especially when they observed it breathing and slightly shifting its eerie body. What do you think it was? A creepy being. While a farmer was out with his goats and cows, he sensed that something was not okay. So he took his camera out and started checking the area. And what he found was this creepy black creature with big horns at the very edge of his property. Even though the creature did not look interested in coming near or harming the man, it was still good that he only recorded the thing and did not try to go near. An angel. This incredible video was taken in Jakarta, Indonesia on September 11, 2011. You can see a radiant winged being that looks like an angel descending from the sky and touching down on the ground before taking off again. When people saw this video, they started calling the figure the Angel of Jakarta. Some people even thought it might be a guardian angel sent down. However, there's always a chance that this might be fake. A strange woman. In 2016, a strange video surfaced online showing a woman shopping at a mall. Suddenly, an item falls behind her, and she puts it back on the shelf. Then she starts acting weirdly, as if something is controlling her. She drops her shopping and writhes on the floor, screaming loudly. Her screams even push the onlookers away. As the man in black tries to hold her down, the woman calms down, but then lets out a final scream, which makes objects in the store move and the security camera flicker. A mystery light. This video was filmed by a guy from Mexico. Some people who have watched it are saying it's one of the most clear sightings of a UFO ever caught on camera. Against a totally dark sky, you can see a weird blue circle that looks like it's morphing into different shapes. Apparently, this man had this strange thing hovering over his house for about a half an hour before it vanished. What do you think it might be? A waterbender. Have you seen this video that's been going viral lately? It's really interesting. Nobody knows where it's from, but it seems to have been filmed in Africa. In the video, a group of people are gathered around a woman standing in the water, and it looks like some sort of ritual is taking place. But then something crazy happens. All of a sudden, the water recedes super fast, and the bay is completely dry where others are standing. People freaked out and said that the shaman caused the water to shift using some kind of divine power. But nothing was ever explained by anyone. A witch. A bizarre figure dressed in white was spotted standing directly under the window of a house where the mother and her baby had been only moments before. It appeared as though the figure knew where the family was located. The incident left the woman feeling shaken and terrified, with no logical explanation for what had just happened. Some say it was a witch, while others think it was something else. Still, it remains a mystery. A levitating creature. Whether it was an extraterrestrial being or simply an optical illusion, this video is fascinating to watch. A large group of individuals gathered to witness this bizarre creature, which appeared to be levitating in midair while wearing wings on its arms and feet. Although it resembled a mermaid or an alien, it actually looked more like a boy. However, the reality behind the levitation was not as mysterious as it seemed. In fact, it was just a simple trick involving thin strings that helped the individual hover in the air. A UFO. A pilot was on his usual routine, flying a plane from one city to another. But what he did not know was that he was about to come across a sight he had ever imagined, a UFO. Now, for those of you thinking it was just a balloon, those don't fly forwards, they go upwards. And also, balloons do not have this kind of speed. So, nope, that wasn't a balloon. To me, it totally looks like a UFO. Bigfoot. In this video, Rick Dyer, a self-proclaimed Bigfoot tracker, claimed to have killed the elusive creature. The video shows a tense moment where the massive beast attacks the man holding the camera. Afterwards, Dyer provides a few pictures, claiming they're of the Bigfoot he killed. So do you think it was really a Bigfoot that he killed, or was he just lying straight away? A cheetah. This clip features an American tourist who got an unexpected guest on a safari in Tanzania. Well, Britton Hayes from Seattle got a special visitor in the form of a cheetah who jumped right into the back seat of his vehicle. And if that wasn't wild enough, another cheetah decided to join in on the fun. Poor Hayes was frozen with fear, praying he wouldn't become dinner for the big cats. Weird sea creatures. A few years ago, there was a video that became really popular online. It showed a strange sea creature that some people had caught and filmed. A lot of folks believe it's the real deal and pretty creepy too. The creature looks a bit like a sea hare, but with some serious sharp teeth inside its mouth. Honestly, I don't know what it was up to, but it definitely gave me the heebie-jeebies. An open grave. While paying a visit to his loved ones in the cemetery, a guy stumbled upon something peculiar. He noticed a grave that was partially open and seemed like it was being destroyed. As he went closer, he was taken aback to see the remains of a body buried there, including a tall skeleton that was around 1.8 meters tall. But that wasn't all. There were other skulls and bones inside the grave, which hinted at some sort of witchcraft. However, nothing was ever really explained or cleared up. A mountain witch. This video features a man named Hassan, who is an explorer of witches. He voluntarily searches for witches, and in this particular video, he visits a witch mountain to find one. To his surprise, he actually spots a witch dressed in black clothes and holding a stick, which seems to be made from an animal skull. Initially, she was sitting at the cave entrance, but when she saw the YouTuber, she went inside and started mumbling some spells. Suddenly, a stone hit Hassan's face, which was a signal for him to back off as the witch didn't want to be disturbed. A clingy octopus. Imagine you're out scuba diving, and when you surface for air, you discover an octopus that won't let go of your back. In a recent video, a diver experienced this unexpected surprise and was trying everything he could to shake off the clingy cephalopod. Despite moving in different directions, the octopus wouldn't budge, and the diver started feeling uncomfortable with its sharp beak and sticky suckers. Perhaps the octopus just wanted a hug. What do you think? A ghost. As the driver was cruising down the Queensland highway, little did he know that he was in for a surprise. As he continued driving, he spotted something unusual on the side of the road. To his shock, he and other onlookers saw a ghostly figure standing in the middle of the road. The ghost, which appeared to be a pure white child, was just a few inches above the ground. The eerie sighting quickly gained fame and was dubbed the Ghost Child by many. However, some skeptics argued that it might have been just a human baby who happened to wander in the middle of the road. A sea lion. Okay, so I've got a creepy story for you. A girl was taking a break near the harbor when, out of nowhere, a sea lion popped up, grabbed her, and dragged her into the water. Her family and bystanders freaked out, but luckily, a brave dude jumped in and rescued her. It was a shocking incident because sea lions usually don't attack people without a reason. The flashlight fish. The video showcases the mesmerizing flashlight fish, which are found in the deep waters of the Pacific Ocean. These unique creatures have special light-emitting organs located beneath their eyes that give them an otherworldly appearance. The lights can be used to attract prey or communicate with other fish. The video captures the fish swimming in schools, creating an incredible visual spectacle that looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. Watching these underwater titans move and glow in the dark depths of the ocean is truly a sight to behold. Flipping iceberg. These thrill seekers thought it would be a cool idea to climb a giant iceberg, but things quickly went south when the massive chunk of ice rolled over on top of them. Talk about a chilling experience. Luckily, they managed to escape with their lives, but let this be a lesson. Sometimes it's best to just stay on solid ground. Don't you guys agree? Strange lights. This video was recorded by some fishermen out on the Pacific Ocean, and it shows these really strange lights in the sky. They might be a group of lights or something, and they seem to be moving in unusual ways. Some people who had watched the video were convinced that these lights were actually UFOs, but no one had been able to provide a logical explanation for what they might actually be. It's totally a mystery till today. Millions of dead fish. Have you heard about the latest buzz in Australia's outback? Recently, a shocking video surfaced showcasing the aftermath of an unprecedented die-off of fish in a river. Due to extreme floods and hot weather, millions of fish have been left to rot in the river, resulting in a foul smell and a severe ecological crisis. However, there's some good news. Contractors have been hired to remove the rotting fish from the river. Crocodile mummies. Crocs, whether they're dead or alive, will always give people the creeps. While excavating ancient tombs, researchers stumbled upon 12 crocs buried in the soil. From a distance, they looked like they were still alive, with their textured skin appearing fresh and their teeth still intact in their jaws. It was a bit unnerving, as it seemed like they could open their jaws at any moment. The researchers were amazed when they discovered that the crocodiles had been buried for 2,500 years, yet were still in almost pristine condition. A cuttlefish. Have you heard of cuttlefish or cuttles? These little guys are actually fish found in deep parts of the ocean, and they're known to be highly toxic. But let's not focus on their dangerous side for now. Instead, let's talk about how incredibly unique and fascinating they are. Just take a look at their mesmerizing colors and reflections. It's no wonder they've been nicknamed the disco cuttlefish. And that's not all. They even have a way of hypnotizing their prey before attacking. It's truly a wonder to witness. A fire tree. We're all used to the idea that tree twigs and branches are handy for starting fires. But hold on to your hats, because this video is going to blow your mind. It shows the inside of a tree that caught on fire, and people think it was caused by a lightning bolt heating up the sappy insides, which conduct heat really well. Or if you're feeling mystical, maybe supernatural beings sparked up this awesome fire for their own bonfire. What do you think? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. An elephant. Sometimes animals can be big, frightening, and downright terrifying. But every now and then, they need a little help from us humans. Take this elephant for example. Poor thing was shot right in the head and was bleeding out. Obviously, elephants don't have a clue how to fix bullet wounds. So he approached some nearby humans, being careful not to scare them, and showed them the bullet lodged in his skull. Thankfully, the doctors acted quickly and did everything in their power to remove the bullet and treat the infection. Petting a great white. The shark saw the fisherman in the shallow water and decided to attack. But to the shark's surprise, the man did something unexpected. He petted the shark when it came out of the water, showing no fear of the shark's strong jaws. The fisherman even gently stroked the shark's side for a while before sending it back into the water. It's hard to tell if the shark enjoyed the encounter or if it was just looking for a chance to bite the man's hand. Woman on a tree. Nope, she wasn't a ghost. She was a real woman, standing on top of a fig tree and freaking everyone out with her creepy moves. People were shocked when they saw her standing on a delicate branch of the tree, dressed all in white. They called her the Spooky Lady because they couldn't understand how she was able to perform such stunts without any visible support. However, when she was rescued, it turned out that there was nothing supernatural about her behavior. Snakeheads. So there was this wild incident where a farmer found a snake's head in his backyard, and it was still alive. I mean, can you imagine that? The head was moving. It's pretty insane, but apparently snakes are different from other animals. When they lose their heads, they don't need a lot of oxygen to keep their brain going. So the head can actually survive for hours without the body. Crazy, right? Spinning dolphins. These dolphins are impressing everyone with their athletic abilities, jumping high and spinning 7 times in the air. And if that wasn't enough, they can swim at an incredible speed of 200 miles per hour and cover long distances in a day. Recently, a spy dolphin captured footage of these playful creatures having a great time off the coast. But it's not just their stunts that make them unique. They're also known for their intelligence. To avoid predators, these dolphins never fully sleep and always keep their brains partially awake. Humans in cage. Do you consider yourself brave? Would you be willing to step into a cage in the middle of a jungle where lions are roaming nearby, just to get a closer look and better look at these magnificent beasts? There's actually a tourist spot in Harrismith, South Africa, where they'll put you in an enclosure and leave you in the midst of lions. In a video, you can see an elderly couple sitting calmly inside the cage, while lions are roaming around and even sitting on top of the enclosure as visitors take pictures. The super cat. You might think of cats as grumpy creatures, but don't let that fool you. They actually care about us as much as we care about them. Just check out this clip where a cat saves a toddler's life. The baby was headed straight for the stairs, but the cat sprang into action and rushed over to prevent a nasty fall. What a brave kitty. And to make sure the baby stayed safe, the cat even sat guard at the bottom of the stairs to keep the little one from trying again. How sweet is that? An ostrich fight. Did you know that ostriches are the biggest and heaviest birds out there? Even though they're usually harmless and don't bite much, we found a video of one going berserk and attacking a man. A group of guys were just hanging out when suddenly the ostrich went after one of them. Made the bird so angry in the first place, doesn't it? A python. So let's tell you about this wild incident that went down in Thailand. One mom, Thanapum Laken, who's 42, woke up one morning to find their dead kitten in her house with bite marks all over its body. When she went to her son's room to investigate, she found a massive 10-foot python just chilling under the bed. Crazy, right? Well, she didn't waste any time and called for help, and luckily, the authorities were able to catch the python safely. Lekian thinks it's a miracle that her son wasn't sleeping in that room that night, and believes his guardian angel was watching over him. The morning glory clouds. Have you seen these amazing clouds that look like a giant snake in the sky? They're actually a rare meteorological event that only happens in certain parts of the world. This dude managed to capture them over Lake Michigan in the USA. Basically, it happens when the air is really humid in the early morning, and a cloud forms at the front of it, creating the leading edge of a cylinder. Pretty cool, right? A rat temple. Did you know that in India there's a temple dedicated entirely to rats? It's called the Karni Mata Temple, and it's situated in the city of Bikaner, right in the middle of the Thar Desert. Can you believe that over 25,000 rats call this place home? According to locals, every rat born there is believed to embody the soul of a family member, and they are considered sacred. People even drink the milk left behind by the rats after they take a sip. As much as I love dairy, I don't think I'd be able to handle that rat-infused milk. I might just turn into a hardcore vegan. The subscriber's pick. This image is taken from a video that went viral a few years back. At first, we see a car driving on a dark road, and out of nowhere, a bunch of guys dressed like Charlie Chaplin pop up. It's super eerie how they all stop and stare into the car, especially with that weird lighting in the background. And there's even a dude wearing a mask to make things even creepier. A scary shark encounter. This might be the closest close call with a white shark you'll be seeing here. The man with his friends was out diving, but seconds after he dived into the water, his friends started shouting, "Shark! Shark!" to him.
Shark! Shark!
He went under the water to see what it was, and there the white shark was swimming right beneath him. He tried swimming away as fast as he could, while continuously looking for the shark, and there it came again. This time straight towards the man, but somehow he actually made the shark turn the other way. Good thing it happened and the man came out of the water safely. Komodo dragon. The giant lizard that's basically a real-life dragon. These guys are massive. They're the largest living lizards in the world, and their venomous saliva is no joke. If they bite you, you could end up paralyzed or even dead. And let's not forget about those sharp claws and teeth. They're fierce predators that don't mess around. In fact, they've been known to attack and even kill humans who get too close. So if you ever find yourself in the presence of a Komodo dragon, just remember to keep your distance and give them the space they deserve. Otherwise, you might end up regretting it. Nile crocodile. If you ever find yourself face to face with a Nile crocodile in the wild, you better watch out. These big guys are not to be messed with. They are one of the largest crocodile species in the world and have a reputation for being quite aggressive. They've been known to attack humans and other animals without much warning. So it's best to keep your distance. Cone snail. This is a little guy that you might not expect to be dangerous. The cone snail. These colorful little snails might seem harmless, but don't let their size fool you. They pack a venomous punch that can cause paralysis and even death. I mean, talk about a small but mighty creature. So if you're ever strolling along the beach and come across a cone snail, be sure to admire it from a safe distance. After all, you never know what could be lurking beneath that pretty shell. King cobra. These guys are some of the deadliest snakes on the planet, and they can grow up to a whopping 18 feet long. That's longer than most cars, people! And let's not forget about their venom. It's no joke. If they bite you, you could end up with respiratory failure and possibly even death. So if you ever come across a king cobra in the wild, just remember to give them the space they deserve and admire them from a safe distance. After all, it's better to be alive and well than up close and personal with one of these deadly snakes. Blue-ringed octopus. This little dude may be small, but trust me, it's a ninja in disguise. Its venom is like a 1-2 punch that can knock you out and even kill you in just a matter of minutes. Those blue rings on its body may look cool, but they're actually a warning sign that says back off. If you see one of these guys while you're out swimming or diving, keep your distance and give it some space. But let's be real here. As dangerous as they may be, blue-ringed octopuses are still pretty fascinating creatures. Just don't let their small size fool you. They pack a deadly punch. Cassowary. The cassowary is usually known for its striking appearance, with its bright blue head and neck and a large bony protrusion on its head called a casque. However, these birds are also incredibly dangerous, with sharp claws on their feet that can cause serious injury or even death. Cassowaries are also known to be territorial and can become aggressive if they feel threatened. And when they do, get ready to run as fast as you can and as long as you can, because they will follow you as long as they can. Black mamba. Get ready to meet the Usain Bolt of the snake world, the black mamba. This slithery speedster is the fastest snake in the world, and with a name like Mamba, you know it's not something to mess with. So if you ever find yourself face to face with a black mamba, just remember to give them their space and back away slowly. Trust me, you don't want to challenge this sprinting serpent to a race. Mosquito. You know those pesky bugs that buzz around your ear and leave you itching and scratching all over? Yeah, those are mosquitoes, and don't let their small size fool you. These little bloodsuckers are responsible for more human deaths than any other animal on the planet. How, you ask? By transmitting deadly diseases like malaria, dengue fever, and Zika virus. Trust me, you don't want to mess with these tiny terrors. So next time you hear that high-pitched whine, grab the bug spray and protect yourself from the deadliest animal on Earth, the mosquito. Stonefish. If you thought getting a paper cut was painful, wait until you hear about the stonefish. This little fish may not look like much, but it packs a punch with its venomous spines that can cause excruciating pain, paralysis, and get this, the venom is so potent that victims have been known to beg for amputation just to stop the pain. So next time you're out snorkeling, be sure to watch where you step, or you might end up with a nasty surprise from the deadliest fish in the world, the stonefish. Brown recluse spider. This 8-legged terror is a master of disguise, blending in with its surroundings and striking when you least expect it. Its venom is like a slow-acting time bomb, silently eating away at your flesh until it's too late to stop it. And don't be fooled by their size. These tiny terrors can bring down a full-grown adult with just one bite. So watch where you step and check your shoes before putting them on, because the brown recluse could be waiting to strike at any moment. Stay safe, my friends. Great white shark. You know what's scarier than a shark in a horror movie? A real-life great white shark. These bad boys can grow up to 20 feet long and have a bite force that can crush bones. And let's not forget about their famous razor-sharp teeth. One bite from these guys can be deadly. So the next time you're swimming in the ocean, remember to keep your eyes peeled for the great white shark, the ultimate predator of the sea. Redback spider. These pesky little creatures are found all over Australia, and their bite can be a real pain. Their venom is no joke. It can make you feel like your whole body's on fire. And in some cases, it can even lead to death. That's why it's important to keep an eye out for these sneaky spiders and make sure you're not their next victim. But here's the thing. As much as we may dislike them, redback spiders are actually pretty fascinating creatures. They're part of the widow spider family, and their females are notorious for eating their male counterparts after mating. Talk about a bad breakup. Tiger shark. Check out the tiger shark, a big bad predator of the ocean. These bad boys have been known to attack humans and are one of the most dangerous sharks out there. With their razor-sharp teeth and incredible hunting abilities, they're a force to be reckoned with. If you see one in the water, it's best to give them plenty of space and let them do their thing. Cape buffalo. Africa's version of the Hulk. These big boys can weigh up to a whopping 2,000 pounds, making them one of the biggest and baddest creatures out there. And here's the thing, they're not afraid to throw down. They've been known to take on lions and even humans, and let me tell you, you don't want to mess with them. That's why they're also known as the Black Death. So if you ever find yourself face to face with one of these beasts, just remember to give them plenty of space and respect. Gila monster. This little dude might look like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie, but trust me, it's 100% real and 100% not to be messed with. Why? Because it's one of the only venomous lizards out there. That's right, this sneaky little guy packs a bite that can cause some serious pain and swelling. But here's where things get mysterious. Nobody really knows why it's venomous. Is it for hunting? Self-defense? Who knows? All we do know is that if you ever come across a Gila monster, it's best to give it some space. After all, you don't want to end up on the receiving end of a venomous bite from this cool but dangerous lizard. Poison dart frog. Get ready to meet the poison dart frog, the tiniest but deadliest amphibian out there. These little guys might look like they belong in a Disney movie with their bright colors, but don't be fooled by their cuteness. They're actually serving up a warning that says, "I dare you to mess with me." And you really shouldn't. You see, their skin secretes a venomous toxin that can knock you out cold faster than you can say ribbit. It's no wonder they're one of the most poisonous creatures on the planet. So if you ever come across a poison dart frog in the wild, do yourself a favor and stay far away. Trust me, you don't want to mess with these tiny but fierce frogs. Portuguese man-o'-war. This thing is like a freaky alien that was plopped in the ocean. It looks like a jellyfish, but it's actually a whole colony of different organisms working together, like some kind of underwater Voltron. But don't be fooled by its trippy colors and otherworldly appearance. Those tentacles can reach up to 165 feet long and pack a punch like Mike Tyson in his prime. Its venom can paralyze you and send you straight to Davy Jones's locker. So if you're ever out for a swim in the ocean and you see this bad boy floating around, I suggest you swim in the opposite direction. Trust me, you don't want to mess with this sea monster. Piranha. Piranhas are notorious for their sharp teeth and aggressive reputation. I mean, who hasn't seen those crazy movies where they go on a feeding frenzy and chomp through everything in sight? But the truth is, these fish are usually pretty chill, unless they feel threatened. Sure, they might look like they're straight out of a horror movie, but if you don't mess with them, they won't mess with you. That being said, it's still pretty nerve-wracking to swim in water where they live. I don't know about you, but I'll stick to the pool, thank you very much. Anaconda. This slithering serpent is one of the largest and most powerful snakes in the world, capable of crushing its prey with its deadly constriction abilities. And when I say large, I mean large. These bad boys can grow up to 30 feet long. While they mostly stick to snacking on animals like deer and capybaras, they have been known to take down humans who dare to venture into their territory. So if you ever find yourself face to face with an anaconda, be sure to give it plenty of space, unless you want to end up as its next snack. Bull shark. Move over, great white, because this creature is the real danger to humans. With its sneaky ways, the bull shark is a master of deception and can strike at any moment. Unlike other sharks, this beast prefers the shallow, freshwater areas where humans like to cool off. It lurks in the shadows, waiting for its next prey to come into view. And when it does, it strikes with a ferocity that is unmatched. So, the next time you venture into the murky waters, be on the lookout for the bull shark, for it is a creature of mystery and danger, lurking just beneath the surface, waiting for its next victim to cross its path. Saltwater crocodile. Alright folks, let's talk about one of the most rebel reptiles out there, the saltwater crocodile. This monster can grow up to a whopping 23 feet long and weigh over a ton. I mean, that's like having a car-sized croc swimming around in the water. And let's not forget those jaws. They're so strong they can literally crush bones and even metal. So if you're ever in the presence of a saltwater croc, just remember to keep your distance and give them the respect they deserve. Box jellyfish. Now let's talk about this deadliest but the prettiest creature ever. It is the box jellyfish. Now, don't be fooled by its delicate and almost see-through appearance. This thing is a silent killer. Its venom is so potent that it can cause heart failure and kill you in just a few minutes. So if you're ever out there in the ocean and spot a box jellyfish, swim the other way as fast as you can. Trust me, you don't want to mess with this deadly beauty. Hammerhead shark. The hammerhead shark has a head that looks like it was flattened with a hammer. But don't let their strange appearance fool you. These sharks are top predators in the ocean. They can sense prey with incredible accuracy, and their powerful jaws make short work of their meals. While they're not known for attacking humans, it's probably best to give them a wide berth just in case. Hippopotamus. The African river holds many secrets, but perhaps the most dangerous one lurks just beneath the surface. Beware the hippopotamus, for they may appear docile, but they are anything but. With a single snap of their powerful jaws, they can shatter bones and end lives in an instant. These massive beasts are responsible for more human deaths in Africa than any other large animal. Yet they remain shrouded in mystery. How can something so seemingly gentle be so deadly? Perhaps it is their ancient lineage, tracing back to a time when dinosaurs roamed the earth. Or maybe it is simply their fierce determination to protect their territory at all costs. Whatever the reason, one thing is certain: never underestimate the deadly nature of a hippopotamus. Pufferfish. Oh, the pufferfish. This little guy might look cute and harmless, but don't let its innocent appearance fool you. This fish is the Chuck Norris of the sea. It's a total spark plug. In some countries, it's even considered a delicacy. But let me tell you, it's not for the faint of heart. See, the pufferfish has organs that are filled with toxins that can take you down faster than a shot of tequila. One wrong move and you can end up paralyzed or even worse, dead. So if you're ever offered a bite of a pufferfish, make sure it's been prepared by a trained professional. Trust me, your life is worth more than a fancy meal. Blacktip reef shark. Blacktip reef shark. Don't let their size fool you. These little guys are tough cookies. They may be small, but they are sneaky predators that can attack humans, especially if you're hanging out in shallow waters. So if you're planning on going for a swim or a paddle in the ocean, keep your eyes peeled for these little guys. They might look harmless, but they have a reputation for being quite the troublemakers. But don't let that scare you too much. As long as you're aware of your surroundings and keep a safe distance from these sharks, you should be just fine. And who knows, you might even get lucky and catch a glimpse of one of these incredible creatures in its natural habitat. Australian funnel-web spider. If you're planning a trip to the land down under, beware of the Australian funnel-web spider. This arachnid is a real killer. With venom so potent, it can send you to the great beyond in just a matter of hours. And don't be fooled by its small size and cute little things. This spider packs a punch that will leave you gasping for air. So keep your eyes peeled and your spider sense tingling, because one wrong move and you could be in serious trouble. American crocodile. This is the American crocodile, a true titan of the reptilian world. The elusive creature can be found lurking in the shadows of both North and South America, patiently waiting for its prey to cross its path. With a set of jaws that could crush a steel beam like a toothpick, this beast is not to be trifled with. But there's something mysterious about this creature. something that draws us in and leaves us in awe. Perhaps it's the way it moves so gracefully through the water, or the way it can disappear in an instant, leaving no trace behind. Whatever it is, one thing is for sure. If you ever find yourself face to face with an American crocodile, you'll be in for one heck of a ride. Sydney funnel-web spider. Did you know that the Sydney funnel-web spider is basically the Australian funnel-web spider's BFF? And let me tell you, their venom is no joke. It can knock you out faster than a kangaroo bouncing on a trampoline. Plus, if you get bitten by one of these creepy crawlies, you could end up with respiratory failure or even die. So make sure you steer clear of these 8-legged critters if you happen to come across them. Safety first, folks. Elephants. The gentle giants that can turn into raging beasts. Now, I know we all love these intelligent and majestic creatures, but let's not forget they're also one of the biggest and most powerful animals on land. And when they feel threatened, they're not afraid to throw down. They've been known to attack and even kill humans who got too close to their turf. So if you're ever in the presence of an elephant, be sure to give them their space and show them the respect they deserve. Trust me, it's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to these big guys. Inland taipan. If you're not a fan of snakes, then you better steer clear of the inland taipan, mate. This snake is not to be messed with, as it's considered the most venomous snake in the world. Its venom is so deadly that it can cause multiple organ failure and can kill a human in less than an hour. Talk about fierce. Despite its fearsome reputation, the inland taipan is actually a pretty fascinating creature. It has an incredible sense of smell and can detect prey from miles away. Plus, its venom is being studied for its potential to help treat certain medical conditions. Who knew this lethal creature could have a softer side? The subscriber's pick. This image shows a huge predator of the world of water, with its weird horrifying mask and tentacles showing. We also see a boat nearby comparing, which we can see how big the size of the creature is. But well, no matter how creepy this may look, it's not real. Instead, it is an image created through Photoshop. Still, with the ocean being only 3% discovered, who knows? Maybe this actually might be real too. What do you guys think about it? Black caiman. This crocodile is like the Hulk of the animal kingdom. It's one tough customer. And let me tell you, if you ever find yourself in its neck of the woods, you better watch your back. This bad boy has been known to attack humans, so you don't want to mess with it. I mean, just imagine coming face to face with a creature that's built like a tank, has jaws that could crush a car, and is just itching for a fight. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that one. So if you're planning a trip to South America, make sure you steer clear of this feisty dude's territory. Well, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates related to our latest videos.